Hey, I got to tell you, Coke Logic is on the same page as us. I want to give him the credit that he's starting a new bit, but actually it's kind of weird. Ant and I were talking about the exact same thing in the office before we got in here today.
Yeah.
He checked to see if we were still on WCKG in Chicago.
Uh-huh.
So it's a new bit. It's called O&A Road Call.
Roll call.
Roll call, right.
Road call, 57th Street.
Sorry, yes, roll call. Because what happened a couple of weeks ago, we did a show assuming we were on in Detroit and Pittsburgh, and then we found out we felt like the biggest asses because this company decided to leave us in the dark. And we found out after the fact that they took us off Detroit and Pittsburgh. They turned the Detroit station into an all-sports station, and Pittsburgh went back to some stupid format that I guess worked back in the day.
They changed the formats, and then, we don't fit anymore.
And that was embarrassing because that day was the big Detroit-Pittsburgh extravaganza show that we had promised for so long.
I know.
It was kind of embarrassing because that morning we were actually like giving Pittsburgh props, like, hey, we haven't talked to Pittsburgh in a while. What's up, Pittsburgh? How are you?
They weren't hearing.
And they weren't hearing.
No.
So Coke Logic, on the instant feedback, he goes, yep, you're still on WCKG this morning. So we're going to do a O&A roll call. So we know we're still broadcasting on WCKG in Chicago.
Yeah.
And I think the listeners could have fun with betting which freaking station is going to drop us next.
Yep.
So we want to hear from all the cities. Are we being heard on BCN right now? Are we being heard on YSP in Chicago?
We need a roll call.
YSP in Philly.
I said Chicago, yeah. In Philly,
West
sorry.
Palm.
That stupid freaking fifth inning. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, if you haven't figured that out yet. West Palm. I mean, odds are that we're going to be out in West Palm Beach or Chicago in the very near future.
Yeah.
But don't count Philly out, man. I mean, they're trying hard to get rid of this show, so they could be the one. They could come from behind and be the next freaking station that drops the Opie and Anthony show. There's something really weird going on in Philly. We don't understand it. I talked to somebody from corporate yesterday, and they're not saying that we're going to be gone, but they weren't saying that we're going to be around much longer. And I'm looking at the latest ratings. Preston and Steve still kicking our ass, but we're making some fine movement.
Yeah, it was very nice, as a matter of fact.
But, a good sign is the fact they got a new PD that has decided not to communicate with us, even though he said he would.
That's never good.
That's never good. And what happens in radio, you get a new PD and they want to bring in all their own people in there so they can take, complete credit for the success of a radio station. So something's going on in Philly.
They have more power over them.
And we would hate to lose Philly. I'll be completely honest with you. We do not want to go off YSP whatsoever. Some of these other stations, it's part of the game. We understand. When you syndicate a radio show, some are going to stick and some aren't.
Yep.
We understand that. That's why we don't get completely freaked out. But if we're off the air in Boston or off the air in Philly, that's really, really going to be a bummer.
Yeah, that's definitely a bummer, man. Don't want that happening.
But something's going on with YSP and the Opie and Anthony show. I don't really feel the support I used to, feel for this show, and I don't know. And we're kind of in the dark because no one's really communicating with us down there. So I've been doing radio since I was 18. I truly believe they're looking to go in another direction. I believe that with all my heart, which is really frustrating because Detroit, we had horrific ratings. The show never really took off in Detroit for whatever reason, okay? But Philly, we're showing some nice growth. So that'll be really tough to deal with if we're kicked off the air in Philly.
Yeah.
Then we'll just have to find another station.
Traction.
We know we have a ton of listeners down there. We know. We sold close to 10,000 tickets for Opie and Anthony comedy show. Let me tell you something. Preston and Steve are not selling 10,000 tickets for a Preston and Steve comedy show. I know for a fact we have more listeners in Philly than Preston and Steve. And people would say, what?
Huh? What?
But something that we don't really acknowledge much on this side of the show, we have a massive audience on satellite in Philly. And a pretty good audience on YSP.
Yep.
You put the two together, it's not even close. But it doesn't work that way, unfortunately, because we're working for two separate companies that don't want to really acknowledge the other one whatsoever. So.
We're very we're kind of ahead of our time as far as that's concerned. They don't really look at the two mediums and put it together, and then realized how many people you're talking to.
XM and CBS, yeah, they don't like to look at each other in the hall. They just kind of both walk by.
Yeah.
And I sat down with a sales guy, and he said to me, "Well, maybe there's a way to take those extra listeners and get advertising dollars to."
And hit your head on the desk when you're not out.
Well, no, but they've just raised that point, though. The bottom line is that people want more bang for their buck. If they're going to spend on maybe if there's a way to incorporate both audiences and get them all on the same page, that this way we could take like certain contests and just the advertising dollars could be better.
All right, so good news. We're still on in Chicago, but I guess Sean didn't hear that. Sean from Chicago, what's up?
Yeah, just letting y'all know you're still alive and good here.
All right, on WCKG?
Yes.
Oh.
You might want to start figuring out another way to get the Opie and Anthony show in Chicago. I'm going to be honest with you.
Can we be like the big...
I've seen many different variations of the fresh logo for Chicago.
Boy. Great. I want to be like big-headed Rocky Dennis. Get us a map.
Yeah, get us a map.
And I want to pull pins out as we lose markets until I go to sleep and suffocate on my big fat head.
All right, we're still on in Chicago. See, there's some listeners checking in from Chicago. All right, thank you, Sean. A check for Chicago. Brad, Grand Rapids.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
Yeah, you're definitely on in the little old town of Grand Rapids, that's for sure.
All right, WKLQ still has the Opie and Anthony show on. That's very good news. Good. We like Grand Rapids. Hey, here's Philly checking in. Charlie, Philly, listening on YSP.
Opie.
What's up?
Hey, Opie, Anthony, Jimmy, what's up, boys?
Hey.
Hey, I just want to let you guys know, still on in YSP, even though Robin, Owen and Air getting kicked off of YSP, and Kid Chris is taking their show.
Is Howard reporting that too now?
Oh, he reported it yesterday, apparently, and Kid Chris played a little bit of that clip, and it pissed Chris off big time. Pissed him off, because he don't want the morning slot.
Kid Chris is a friend of ours as well, which is kind of strange because, he's also friends with Howard, but it just works. We are friends with Kid Chris. He wants mornings. Every radio guy wants mornings.
I don't know why you'd want mornings. Ooh, especially if you're doing afternoons. Afternoons rule.
Yeah, it's a nice...
As far as the lifestyle goes.
It is a nice time slot. Oh, here it is. Howard said that their old station, K-Rock, is still in the toilet. He said that CBS fired Opie and Anthony years ago and then hired them back and put them on in the mornings. He said that they're second to last in the morning ratings. That's so not effing true, but, Howard says what he wants, and then people believe it for whatever reason. By the way, no one heard this, Howard.
Yeah,
I guess
exactly.
We're doing you a favor today.
You have to read it from somewhere.
Howard said that those guys... I swear to God, I had no idea this was said. And he's talking about us. In the old days when Howard talked about us, I knew right away because people were actually hearing what he had to say.
Yeah.
But I had no idea Howard said this yesterday. No clue. I have to read it off a blog. Some blogger put this up, and then we're reading it on a blog. Not because Howard broadcasted this to a ton of people and it got back to us.
I heard even the people that were listening didn't hear it because they couldn't understand it with his dentures flapping around in his mouth. Oh, old Mr. Ed Teeth.
Howard said that those guys claim that they make more money for XM than he does for Sirius, but he finds that hard to believe. Oh, my God. You want to play that card? Howard, you want to play that? We make way more money for XM than you make for Sirius.
As far as salary goes, we make crap.
No, I'm not even talking about that. We're way more profitable as a radio show on satellite radio than Howard. You want to argue that point, Howard? They're stuck with a $100 million contract every year, you dope.
It's kind of like what I was talking about. I was saying we make like crap compared to what Howard makes. So if you take what Howard makes and what we make, we could be losing money for the company, which we're not. We're making money for them.
Right.
We could be losing money and still be outperforming him financially because they're paying him so much money. So don't even try.
It's amazing that he just spews his crap and people believe him. It's not even close. We're a much better deal for XM than Howard is for Sirius. One of the main reasons they have to freaking merge. The business plan is a train wreck because they're paying him $100 million a year. Oh, trust me, we want that contract, and every guy in radio does. And God,
who wouldn't?
God bless him for getting it. But to say that Howard said that those guys claim that they make more money for XM than he does for Sirius, that is absolutely a fact.
Yeah, it is.
An absolute fact if you factor in everything. Our contract's nowhere near his.
No disputing that.
That $100 million a year is killing the company in the end. And then he continues, they don't get any listeners and they don't have any ratings on regular radio. Howard said that Z100 is the top morning show, and Opie and Anthony have been taking off a bunch of his old stations. True. When Howard was in syndication, he was taking off a bunch of stations. It's just the nature of freaking syndication. But every time he lost a station, he didn't acknowledge it, which maybe is smart business. I don't know. We like to try to, tell it like it is here, which might be dumb on our part. I don't know. They may be taking them off in Philly so they could put Kid Chris on in the mornings there because he's actually got ratings. Yeah, Kid Chris got ratings, and so do we. And they're very comparable, by the way. Mm-hmm. Our ratings and Kid Chris's ratings on YSP are very comparable.
Yeah.
Oh, he's such a douche.
He's trying the old divide and conquer thing, but no one's listening to divide.
All right. We have to take a break.
Oh,
late.
yeah.
But Andrea from Pennsylvania. What's up, Andrea?
Hi.
Hey.
I am a new listener. I love you guys.
Thank you.
I listen on YSP for half my trip because I listen to K-Rock on the other half, but I'm totally bummed out that you guys might not be on the station anymore.
Well,
I'd be awake in the morning.
I had a long conversation with someone from corporate yesterday, and it's not looking good. They didn't say that we are getting kicked off, but they weren't willing to commit that we're going to continue, in the new year. So I don't know where it's at. I know the PD has decided not to communicate with us. I know we had a really nice dinner with David, the GM down there, but I guess that was just, I don't know. I don't know what that was.
If you don't hear from somebody, then you just don't know.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
And there's a lot of rumors out there. There's a lot of buzz, and it's not looking good. I'm not going to lie to you. And it's frustrating because our ratings are going up month after month down there. So we have a long ways to.
Very sad.
All right. I mean, the problem is Preston and Steve they have a massive lead, and we're moving up, but I guess we're not moving up fast enough for their taste. It's the Opie and Anthony Show. Let's go to Tim in Tucson. Tim, what's up, buddy?
Not much, man.
Can you hear us?
We lost you. We lost you guys for a while out here.
What do you mean?
They delayed. They had you on delay from 6 to 9, but then over the summer they lost you. They took you off, I think, and then they finally moved you to 3 to 6.
Tucson, Arizona.
We were on there?
Are we still on in Tucson, Arizona?
Yes.
Okay, good news.
So we should say good afternoon to them?
We should say, I think we should say hello, Tucson. I had no idea we were on in Tucson.
Yes. Wasn't that where Imus was listening to the show?
Yeah.
When he was out there?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Actually, that's the station Imus, I believe, listens on. Yeah. All right, thank you, Tim. We're still on in Tucson. Vanessa in Maine, what's up?
Hey, I just want to let you guys know you're still on in Maine.
Still on in...
Huh? They did a reformat on 93.9 a couple months ago, but they kept you guys, and I don't know what they play on the station.
Hey, look at that.
You guys,
and we got 2 stations in Portland, Maine we're still on.
2?
Yeah. This show's so great, we're the morning show for 2 stations.
Who cares about Philly and Boston? If we got 2 in Maine and New York, that's all we need.
Let's go to Chris in Connecticut. Chris, what's up?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
First, I used to listen to you on XM, and unfortunately, I couldn't afford it anymore.
Yep.
So I started searching around the channels one day, and I found 99.7. I think it's a Boston station, and I'm in, southeast Connecticut, and I pick up you guys, so I love it now that, like I said, I couldn't afford XM.
99.7 is Providence. So we're still on in Providence. Yeah, yeah. Those guys in Providence are really, really cool. We met them at one of the virus shows. They're really motivated about the show. So, hey, all right, thank you, sir. All right, we'll keep taking roll call calls. Ian in Chicago, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Ian?
Hey, man.
Hey, Ian.
I don't think you guys are going anywhere from CKG.
That's terrible. I'm sorry. That's terrible. I'm sorry. That's terrible. I'm sorry.
Oh, did you see that jerk? Oh, really, Ian? I hope you're not a betting man.
Hello, exactly.
Yeah, hello, exactly.
Really? Why do you think that, Ian?
Because CKG is like a classic rock thing, and if they put Fresh on, there'd be chaos here in Chicago.
What do you mean chaos? What kind of chaos would there be in Chicago?
Yeah. Chaos.
Would people take to the streets?
I don't know about all that. Probably about as much as there is since Al Sharpton showed up to town.
I think chaos. Well, when Al Sharpton came to town, I think he had 12 people. So 12 people is chaos?
Really?
Al Sharpton could really rally the troop.
Yeah. All right, Ian. Well, I hope you're right there. You don't think we're going anywhere in Chicago, right?
I hope not. I think it took a while for Howard to get on here, and I think it's taking the same time,
Ian, I hope you're right. All right, thank you, Ian.
Don't choke!
I figured we should just make a game out of this because it's either going to be West Palm Beach or Chicago next. I honestly think it's going to be Chicago that we lose before West Palm Beach. And we thought we were losing West Palm Beach a year ago. But they're still searching for their next morning show, so we're just a placeholder.
Does anybody remember laughter?
That makes you feel good
Yes.
when you're doing radio, that you're just a placeholder until they find another morning show.
Yeah.
From some city you've never heard of before. Let's say hi to Tom in Philly. Tom, what's up?
Hey, good morning, guys.
Hey there,
Love you guys
Tom.
in Philly.
Hey, thanks, Tom.
Don't go anywhere, and I just love listening to you guys in the morning. Do not leave us in Philly, please.
It's not up to us. Something is amiss. Something is going on at YSP, and we're pretty much out of the loop, which is really frustrating. Really frustrating because we know we got an audience down there. We have no doubt in our minds.
We love you guys in Philly. Tear those pigs up today after 7, would you?
All right, thank you, sir. Let's go to Matt in Pennsylvania. Matt, what's up?
Hey, you're still on the edge in Buffalo.
Okay, we're doing roll call. That's good to know. Hey, Buffalo, what's up?
We're still recovering from the big virus tour this summer, but, we're...
Hey, man, that wasn't our fault. We wanted to go to Buffalo with the comedy show, but for some reason it didn't work out. We figured we'd get a little action from Rochester, a little action from Toronto, and a little action from Cleveland. We thought Buffalo would have been perfect this summer.
This is like war games when they thought the nukes went off and got the calls from the various cities. We're still here, sir. We're still here.
Hello.
Sure.
Joshua. All right.
Joshua.
All right, thank you. Stupid computer learns and teaches them a lesson. How stupid. And don't forget to wear condoms. All right, we got it. Thank God for Joshua.
Joshua rules.
All right, we'll make this really fast. Chris in Syracuse. What's up, Chris?
Hey, Hope.
Hey.
Just wanted to tell you that you're still on over here in Syracuse.
Yeah, I think we'll be on in Syracuse for a while. Syracuse really digging the show, and they get the show, and they're working the show, and that's all we want from the local people.
Yeah.
Just get the show and have some passion and work it as much as possible. Thank you, Chris. Let's say hi to Ryan in Chicago. We already took care of the Chicago situation. What's up, Ryan?
No, Steve, check it out, but I haven't heard anybody call from West Palm Beach yet. What's going on with that?
I haven't heard anyone either, man.
That's true.
Is today the day they got rid of... Oh, you keep talking.
You know what it is?
Well, check it out, but I've been listening to you guys for quite some time. I used to live up in Maine. I listened to you guys for a long time on 93.9.
Yeah.
I'm back in Chicago now. I'm a house DJ. I come home every morning. I just throw your show on. I basically pass out to it. You guys are funny as hell.
Thank you.
And I'll be listening to you guys for as long as you guys are on the air here.
All right, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Tim in Cleveland, what's up?
Hey, what's up, man? I'm calling from the future. You guys are still out in Cleveland.
Oh.
From the future.
Good afternoon, Cleveland.
Alrighty.
Thank you, Tim. Yeah, Cleveland, another station that works the show and gets it and has a bit of passion.
Should ask him who won the World Series.
Show.
Damn it!
Well, no, they
from
play
the future.
tomorrow. He's only
from the future, though.
He's only like eight 8 hours ahead.
Oh.
9 hours ahead, something like that.
That is barely.
You need to find a future guy that's a few days ahead, and then you can see what happens.
Yeah.
Tonight.
2 hours, anyone can do that.
Hey, Scott, West Palm Beach, what's up? Give us the good news.
Hey, buddy, we got lots of passion for you down here.
And are we on the radio this morning?
Absolutely you are. In fact, we have so much passion down here, some of it's running down my leg right now.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Too bad Iggy's not there.
All right, thank you, sir. Good
Little
news.
Iggy.
Good news. As of today, we're still on
Making
in West
duties.
Palm Beach, Florida.
Iggy dropping little pellets all over the rug.
Duties.
I got a communique from YSP.
In the shuttle. Yes. Yes.
Somebody from inside the walls. I don't know. I swear to God.
Mm-hmm.
I'm usually pretty good at this stuff. I don't know if the guy's joking or if he's serious. I have no idea. I swear to God. If you weren't listening earlier, there's strong rumors that they might be thinking about making a change in Philly and taking us off the air at YSP.
And we're doing good over there.
With the latest people,
what happened?
The latest ratings, we did good. We're moving up. We still have a ways to go to catch Preston and Steve, but we are convinced that we can take them.
Yeah.
But so this guy from inside the walls, and I really don't know if he's joking. We discussed the whole Philly thing earlier, so that's why we say linger longer, please.
Yeah. Be around.
He writes, as your hugest fan in Philly, it is sad to see you guys being hustled out the door in spite of gaining momentum with the newfangled ratings. Let's just say that. But like you say, there is some agenda down here that even we don't know about. I think I'm allowed to share your success in the ratings. But you never know. If you don't hear from me again, I have been killed by agents of Kid Chris. To the untrained eye, it sure looks like Rock is killing your show and kids. What does that mean? Like, the last part obviously was like he's joking.
Yeah.
But is there stuff in there that's true? I'm telling you, this is what's like keeping me up at night. Like, what the F is going on in Philly?
I have no idea. I just, there's no communication with the people down there.
All right.
Except cryptic messages.
That's a cryptic message.
Yeah.
Right? All right. John in Philly, what's up?
Yo, good morning, guys.
Hey, John.
Jimmy, you killed Saturday night, too, by the way.
Thank you.
I just wanted to comment
Murderer.
on, I'm from Philly. I listen every morning. I got like an hour-long commute in the morning. And if you guys get canceled down here and I have to listen to Preston and Steve every morning, I'm going to kill myself.
You won't have to listen to Preston and Steve. If we get canceled, just grab XM.
Or could you kill yourself before they officially take us off? Because that could help the ratings.
Well, that would kind of be good, yeah.
You could sacrifice yourself for the good of the show. That would be kind of cool.
I suppose I could do that.
All right. Thank you, John.
All right, guys.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't want to just tell the people, pick up an XM. I want to succeed on effing YSP.
So do I, but
All right.
if we're off,
I'm not going to sit here casually going, just listen to us on XM. No, I want to succeed on YSP. We're heading in the right direction.
Well, that makes it sound like I'm saying that casually. I'm not. I'm just saying.
Yes, you.
No, I know.
I heard you say that, Jimmy.
But if it happens,
Yeah, I know.
If it happens, there's going to be a lot of outrage. And then we try to find,
I'm outraged.
We'll say that for Bob.
I just hate to start over again somewhere else.
Let's go to Melanie in West Palm Beach, Florida. Melanie, what's up?
Hey, how you doing this morning?
Good, Melanie. What do you got?
I was just calling to represent. I heard Chicago or someplace said you haven't heard from West Palm. Well, here I am calling. Tried to call earlier, but in my morning drive, and the contest that's...
No, you didn't.
We'll do roll call again tomorrow to see what stations are sticking with us.
Yeah.
Good news from West Palm Beach. We're on this morning in West Palm Beach, Florida. Marcia in Detroit.
Hey.
Hey.
Hi, guys. How you doing?
Pretty good. What's up?
I'm sorry Detroit is so lame, and I have to listen to you on my computer now.
Yeah, we got kicked off of Detroit, and the stupid company decided, we didn't need to know. Which still pisses me right the F off.
That's the way it works. It's like the mafia.
Well, I'm moving back to
They-
New York in December, so...
They just whack you.
I love how corporate doesn't give a crap that people might actually be listening to a show and they're getting into a show and they feel a connection with the show. It's like, done with that variety. We're moving on and we're not telling anyone that they're losing a show they actually like. And then the ratings came out for Detroit. Had a nice bump up.
Yeah.
Really?
Doesn't matter anymore, though. They're
It's like
all
when-
sports.
It's like when Henry Hill's backing out of his driveway in his car. It's like, if that would have been a corporate executive, we'd have been off a station already. That's exactly what it's like, man. You don't see it coming. It just happens.
There was a little bump up in Detroit?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean,
we were doing a 30 share.
Well,
it's a little bump.
In one of the demos, we were moving in the right direction.
Yep.
But what are you going to do? Marcia, this business completely sucks. I'll be out of it hopefully sooner than later because I can't stand this crap anymore.
Where are you going?
What are you doing?
I'm moving back to New York, so.
All right.
God bless you, Marcia.
Wow, she does like the show.
But there's,
I appreciate that.
That's right.
There's no loyalty. There's no men left in radio.
Whoa, wait a minute.
There really
You got in this for the men? You guys get into radio for chicks.
Most guys get into it for the chicks at free CDs.
There's no men.
No, behind the scenes, for the most part, there's a few because I'm sure Tom will run in and go, I'm a man. I get it, Tom. You need your attention. But there's, for the most part, there's no real men left in this business. They're a bunch of cowards. They don't know what it means to be a man, so they hide. They don't call you. They don't give you any clue on what's going on. Of course, I'm talking about Philly. And of course I'm talking.
Call you.
And of course I'm talking about the PD who said, a fan of the show. We're going to be in contact. He's going to be sending lots of emails. He's psyched to work with us. He's a good friend of Tim Sabian, and he knows
he's
how
busy over
how
there,
Tim
maybe.
worked the Opie and Anthony show in Philly. He's not a man. He's hiding.
Maybe he's busy.
I made it perfectly clear that we would like to talk to the guy, and he's still hiding. There's no men left in radio.
You haven't gotten an email or a phone call yet?
Of course not. And let me tell you something.
Neither have I.
Let me tell you something about Philly. If they think they know what they're doing, I got a doozy for Philly.
Oh.
Have Dan Gross on standby for a fine little interview and a fine little idea I got. Oh, do I got a doozy if they think they know what they're doing in Philly? Oh, do I have a doozy?
I love threats.
It's not even a threat. It's not.
It's a promise.
It's not even a threat.
I don't know what it is.
It's not even a threat.
Can I prove what a long-time listener I am?
I will prove that we have a huge audience in Philly. It's not even a threat.
Okay.
I remember the 55-gallon drum challenge.
Yep. Thank you, Marcia.
You're welcome.
But seriously, there's no men left in this business. They're all a bunch of cowards. They don't know what it means to be a man.
Oh, no, they stand around. They hold up break signs every so often.
Yep.
They don't know.
It's my job.
I would think so. You get to make colorful signs every day. You get to try your arts and crafts. Why wouldn't it be fun?
Arts and crafts.
Right. Sit across.
Let's see his budget. Paper, Sharpie.
That's right. I bet you he has a little checklist of things he needs to walk in studio, and he'll check. Sharpie, where's the paper? Oh, I just checked on it. Here it is. I'm stupid. That's all Than needs is his marker, his paper, and sociopathic hatred of the mother figure.
Of mother.
But just to finish up today's rant, you sit across like conference tables from these guys that kiss your ass and say you're the future, blah blah blah, and then they turn around and completely blow you off and cut off all communication. That is not being a man.
Yeah,
that's being a you know what.
Wow. Let me think. There's a couple of words.
I just wish people would be more honest. I would say I agree with you about that. I wish people would just be a little bit more upfront and just say what's on their mind without being aggressive or confrontational. Just say what's on their mind.
And this is what I tell corporate. I don't hide. It gets me in trouble all the time speaking my stupid mind. Maybe I should shut up. But I tell corporate like it's not like you have some just some hacked show that's not working and then you get rid of them, never talk to them again. We're still a huge part of this company. And they treat you like that. They take you off stations without telling you. And all of a sudden, like, Pittsburgh and Detroit calls like, hey, what happened to you? And like, what do you mean what happened to us? And then we have to find out from our listeners on the air that we're not even broadcasting in their city anymore.
Keeps it exciting.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but it really is like being married and you come home and you get naked, you jump on the bed and you land on pillows and you're like, oh, I thought my woman was here.
What happened?
No, she just left. No explanation, no nothing.
Right.
She flipped formats. Now she's playing urban.
There you go. This is a great radio show. It'll always be a great radio show, and we will always have an audience for this effing radio show. And boy, do I have a doozy for Philly. Can't wait for you to play your card because I got a fine hand waiting to be played.
Oh, boy.
God, this guy just doesn't listen. Mike and Philly, really fast because we got a real busy show today. Go.
Yo, what's up, man?
Mike.
You guys are trying to get out of Philly, man. I mean, that's kind of not cool, dude. I mean, there's nothing else going on down here on the radio. Preston and Steve are crap. You guys can't leave Philly, man. Just don't do it.
It's not up to us. It's up to WYSP and this company we work for. We're not trying to get out of Philly. We want to continue in Philly. We want to continue on WYSP. We have a long history with WYSP. We think Preston and Steve suck. We really do. It's not even a jealousy thing. I mean, no one understands why they got such huge ratings. I'm sorry, but it's not. It's not a show that should have as big of an audience as they have, and it's simple as that. It's stupefying everybody because it's really just hacky. Who gives a crap radio? You know. I mean, I'll give Howard his props when Howard was huge in Philly, getting massive numbers. Yeah, you listen, you go, yeah, okay, I get it. This is why a lot of people are listening to this show, you know?
Yeah.
But Preston and Steve, it sucks. But for some reason, that's what Philly likes right now. And we're trying to turn that around slowly but surely here.
He's just talking.
I can't tell you why people like it, man. They're glorified interns. I don't even know what the heck to call them. They're crap.
Right, but I'll tell you this much. You know, if WYSP, if they get stupid and get rid of us, trust me, I got a doozy waiting for them. A doozy.
I hope I'm around. I hope you guys are around so I can hear it, man.
All right, and I hope it doesn't come down to that, I'll be honest. But if it does, so be it. So be it. All right, Mike, thank you.
Hey, Ant.
Yeah, right. Click.
Mike?
He was trying to get
again.
Me.
All right, well.
I knew it. I saw it coming, so it didn't work. Hardy har.
Let's go to Hank at Philly. Hank, what's up?
Yo, O.A. and Jimmy.
Hey, yes.
Frankus. Yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that, you're still on in Philly.
Oh, okay.
That's good to know, because there were rumors that today was D-Day, that they were taking us off today.
Oh, boy.
There were rumors flying around the old internet, on the old radio sites.
I haven't heard none. And, Anthony, you're the Mets fan, right?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
I hope we get rid of Randolph and bring in Torrey.
All right.
It would be so much better.
Wait, you're in Philly, but you're a Mets fan? That's a little weird.
Yeah, I'm the first one in my family not born in New York.
Yeah. Oh, all right, Hank. Hank, I might make a little visit to Philly in the very near future.
All right, cool. I met you guys backstage at the Camden tour.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I didn't do nothing that outrageous for you guys, but I asked Jimmy Norton if I could pee on his leg.
Oh, wow. That's just wonderful, Hank.
I was drunk.
Are you drunk now?
No, I got to go to work.
All right.
Good luck, Hank.
Thanks. Hank, listening on WYSP.
We come back at
Philly.
one point.
Oh, by the way, I wanted to get local for Philly. John Belaris coming back to town, guys.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Belaris is coming back to Philly. That's big news for Philly.
Wow.
All right, hey, it's Opie and Anthony. Don't forget, we got $1,000 to give away. He's a weatherman.
Oh, okay.
He was massively huge in Philly, and then New York grabbed him. You've seen John Belaris on New York weather.
I phase out everybody's name on
honestly as far
local news because it's not news.
But we'll get into that a little bit after the break.
To.
But as far as weather guys go, he stands out. This guy John Belaris always stood out.
Yeah,
he is smooth when he's doing his weather forecast. Absolutely.
Somebody's saying, Belaris is Opie's idol. Hide your teenage daughters. What does that mean?
He's not my idol. I'm just going local for Philly.
I don't know. People are saying
Belaris is one of the biggest names in Philly media history. This guy.
Yeah.
And then New York stole him for a while, and now he's going back to Philly. It's big news. Trust me. In Philly, they're like, wow.
Goodness gracious.
This is good for our city. Want to say hi to Buffalo? Yeah. Holy yes. Hello, Buffalo. Hello, Shred and Reagan.
Love Buffalo.
My old friend Shred.
Yep.
Just destroying an afternoon drive in Buffalo. And we're doing, I wouldn't call it destroying, but we're number one in a bunch of demos that we need to be number one in. Huge ratings in Buffalo. Thank you, Buffalo. Thank you.
Absolutely.
And Jim Norton was on in Buffalo yesterday on Shred and Reagan. How did that go?
Shred and Reagan. It was great. I mean, those guys always do a really good interview, and they were saying nice things about this show. And then they made fun of me for my awful plug yesterday, and they were right.
Yeah.
You guys were talking about the show. You mentioned Shred and Reagan, and I just kind of shamefully mumbled I'm going to be on later. I never. I was so afraid of saying that, and he'll go, well, "We're not talking about you. We're talking about Shred Reagan, not you." But it was great. Those guys were helping me out. And,
we're just doing great in Buffalo. Yeah. They got a young PD, this guy Jim, and he just. I try to tell the other affiliates, and we had an article recently. When you take the Opie and Anthony show, this is a really, really good radio show. But if you're an affiliate and you're taking the morning show, you can't just turn the switch on and go, I don't have to worry about mornings. You got to work it. You got to make it sound like it's part of the city that your station is in.
Yeah.
And this guy, Jim, he's young, he's aggressive, he knows how to work the show and make it sound like we're broadcasting right there in Buffalo.
He's a go-getter.
And then there's other stations we're on, they just flip the switch and go, that's all I have to do. And they're not getting the same results as Buffalo. You got to work it a little bit.
Yeah, it's not just like, pipe it in.
Right. I mean, we'll do most of the work. Trust me. But you got to do some stuff too. You got to come up with some clever promos. You got to come up with some clever contesting. You got to send us info from your city so we could bring that to everybody and make it interesting for the whole country.
Yep.
The PDs that just turn the switch on, they're just dummies. They really are dummies.
Yeah.
We haven't been in Buffalo
End of today's
in years.
rant. I know. Well, we were supposed to be this summer. I was pushing hard for the virus tour to hit Buffalo. I just know it's a hotbed for Opie and Anthony activity. It really is, though. And then you got, we do pretty well in Rochester, and then, because of the XM, we got a lot of Canadian listeners. It would have been a perfect place. Then you got the people from Cleveland that could come up and check out the show.
Pittsburgh.
Some of the hardcore people from Cleveland and Pittsburgh would have went to Buffalo. It was a guarantee to sell a lot of tickets, but we're not going to get it right every time, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Good morning to everybody. Especially Philly.
Good morning.
It's just about over in Philly.
Although, who knows? Never hear from the guy.
No, it's over as far as WYSP goes.
Yeah.
Our radio careers in Philly, far from over. But we ain't taking their crap too much longer. This is a very, very good radio show. An extremely good radio show that'll always find a home. We're just about done with WYSP. Personally, I can't speak for the rest of the guys. I don't want to be on YSP anymore. I don't think they get it. I think the station's a complete disaster. And I believe it's time to move on and find a company that's willing to take the show and work it the way it should be worked. This is a fine radio show. And I'm not going to sit there and be treated like crap.
I certainly would have liked to have heard from the people in charge.
I love Philly. I love the people of Philly. I love doing radio. I love doing radio for Philly. I just don't love YSP.
I want the guy to pick up the phone.
We're on a lot of radio stations for CBS, and it's no way to treat us. Simple as that. I could understand if it was like an independent company with one lousy station that we were on. Then I would sort of get it. But we're a big part of this radio company, and they're treating us like crap, and we sit here and take it. I don't need them. We don't need them. And I'm sure we can find another home in Philly. Might take a little while, but I'm willing to take the chance. YSP's a disaster.
I don't know why
and all we asked was
giving us a call.
All we asked was for the PD to call us. He said he was going to call us. He said he was going to keep in touch with us.
I don't think he likes us.
Well, then say it. Stop being a little, you know what? We can't say half the words I want to call him. Wussy boy. Be a man and tell us what's going on.
Nothing. Said he was gonna call.
Don't come up to New York and sit across the table from us and say how great we are and you're big fans and looking forward to working with us and all this stuff. And then what? And then you go away and we never hear from you?
Yeah.
That's not a man. That's a wussy boy. John Cook's a wussy boy. This is a very good radio show. And we'll do just fine working for somebody else in Philly. I have no doubt in my mind. And don't be confused. We love Philly. I go down there all the time. The show goes down there all the time.
Yeah.
Don't be confused. I don't love YSP anymore. And most people don't at this point. The place is a freaking disaster. Thank you, Sean. See, we get nothing but calls from Philly, it seems, every morning. Sean, what's up?
Yo, what's up, guys? Listen, I've been listening to you guys for the last 6-7 years, straight out of WYSP, and I'll give them that because they turned me on to you guys, but when you guys went on hiatus, I was like, I was so happy that you went to XM. Picked up the XM and listened to that ever since. So screw WYSP. I mean, listen, is as fair weather as everyone else in Philly, and you're true fans of Witchy no matter what. And I just want to say thanks. I listen to you guys every morning going into work. I decompose on the way home from work, and it's just, you guys are the best. I just want to say thanks.
I appreciate it. And we got a doozy for YSP when this all finally, goes down. And this is me talking. I'm not talking for Ann. I'm not talking for Jimmy. I have a problem running my mouth, but I'm not going to sit here and be like, I don't know what's going to happen in Philly. I don't know if they want us anymore. Well, screw with YSP. F them in their F, you-know-whats.
Well said.
Someone gave me a note, want to try to get Cook on the phone. He's already decided he doesn't want to talk to us after he came all the way up to New York with the GM and sat across the table from us, said they're going back to rock, said that we're a huge part of the whole thing, that we're going to be their anchor, their morning show, can't wait. This is going to be exciting. This is going to be good for you guys. John Cook's sitting there going, I'm going to send you guys so many emails. You're going to call me and go, please stop. Just please stop. And I'm like, no, that's exactly what we want.
Maybe someone called him and he thought it was us and said, please stop.
Right.
And he just stopped completely.
We have a very good relationship with all the PDs from, not all, but most of them. I mean, West Palm Beach is a very similar situation. They don't want to, they don't want the show and they don't want to communicate with us. But that's been going on for over a year.
Oh, my God, yeah.
I'm amazed we're still on in West Palm Beach.
I think it's hysterical.
But you know what? I respect the guy in West Palm Beach. I really do, and I'll tell you why. He made his intentions known from day one. When we started talking to all the PDs and they came back with all their research about the Opie and Anthony show in their market, it was nothing but positive except for West Palm Beach. He wasn't digging the show, didn't want the show, and made it very obvious from day one. I respect that, believe it or not. At least we know where we're at.
Yeah.
I don't respect guys that sit across the table from you and look you right in the eyes and say that they're big fans and looking forward to working with you, and you're the anchor of YSP when we bring the rock back and all that, lying right to our face, obviously, because we went down there a mere 3-4 days later. We were there for 2 days and then never heard from the people again. I don't respect that whatsoever. I think that's a wussy boy.
It rings of phoniness.
That's a wussy boy. That's not a man. So I do respect the West Palm Beach guy, believe it or not. It's unfortunate he doesn't want to work the show or anything, but he basically told us from day one, look, company forced us to take the show. We don't want the show. We want to kind of have our own thing going down here. We want a local show. I respect that. At least I knew where the guy was standing. When we went down there, he made it perfectly obvious that he was doing the basics like, oh, you're here. Well, here's some coffee and donuts.
do the show.
We'll give you a dressing room at the big concert we're doing down here. But look, you know what's going on. I know what's going on.
Yeah.
I respect that, believe it or not, in my life. I don't respect people that lie right to your face. And I'm not going to sit here and wonder, because it's a major distraction. I'm speaking for myself. YSP, the people running it right now, it blows. It blows.
It just makes me sad because it was such a big part of, the whole syndication thing. And I'm talking the old days.
Yeah.
With Philly.
Well, the people that really believed in the show have moved on. And they proved that this show is just, it was told to us actually at the roast. Tim Sabian came by and said hi to us. He goes, CBS doesn't understand that your show is lightning in a bottle. Obviously, Tim Sabian with his lightning in the bottle thing's a little...
Yeah.
But, the point is made, though.
He's a douche in trousers.
He goes, the new people at YSP and some of the people in the company, they don't understand what they got with your show. They don't understand that you can't just push a switch in the morning, turn on the syndicated morning show, and that's it. You got to work it. You got to make it part of your station. You got to make it part of your city.
Yeah, it's got to be promoted. I'm not talking about billboards and things like that. It's just making it an integral part of the station through on-air promos, things like that.
Dude,
gotta work it.
Back in the day, YSP, they got in our face all the time to the point a lot of people in Philly really believed that we were broadcasting live from Philly. Remember, they would just come up with cheesesteaks out of nowhere, like just to get the attention. They knew how to work the show. You know?
What about some, like, production? When was the last time we went into the studio and read, like, hey, it's Opie and Anthony?
We do production
YSP.
for almost every other station that we're on.
Yeah.
Almost every other station. You know?
We don't get asked by YSP. We don't get... We don't get copy sent over here that says, "Hey guys, do a few things for the station."
Right.
Nothing.
Well, there you go. I want to make it perfectly clear. We love Philly. We love doing radio in Philly. I don't like YSP. I don't like how they've treated us, especially knowing that we're a huge part of this radio company. We're on in a lot of cities, and to be treated like this by the local guys in Philly is just wrong. And they're not men. They're not men whatsoever. You know?
You cannot truly be a man.
Well, that's the way it is with corporate people. They just say one thing and then they just kind of hide until it just goes away. And then
well, you know, that's fine, but I'm not going to sit here and take it. We'll find another radio station. We'll find another company. There's other radio companies out there, too. You know, I'm not going to give up. You're right, Jimmy, but I'm not giving up on that crap. I want to find a station that gets the show, knows how to work the show. I want to find a company that will help us out a little bit more in the end as well. You know?
Philly.
Let's go to Alex. Alex, what's up?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Hey, little Jimmy.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, man, I can't believe you guys are going off in Philly. Is that like set or what?
I think it's set. You know, but these wussy boys down there, you know, one day we'll just not be on, and that's how they're going to handle it.
Really? Yeah. Well, you still haven't talked to the PD, have you?
No, I haven't talked to him since the virus show.
Mm.
When was that? That was early September, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Scumbag.
And he said he was going to call.
That's the weird thing. He said he was going to call, and he's just hiding like a little wussy boy. This John Cook.
Yeah.
Little wussy boy. You sat right across from us up here in New York, you wussy boy. If you didn't want the show, you had an opportunity. You were right in front of us. Right in front of us.
I personally don't want to listen to Preston and Steve.
Well,
they're horrible. I'll probably just drive to work with my radio off.
Well,
That's silly, sir.
do that. Don't even turn your car on.
Yeah. Just
roll it down a hill.
Start the car in your garage in honor of us leaving the Philly radio. There you go.
I will.
All right, Alex.
All right, guys, take it easy.
Let's say hi to Mike in Pennsylvania. Mike, what's up?
What's going on, guys? How's you guys' morning going? Doesn't sound too hot, man.
No, we're...
Saying,
What?
I hear you guys are possibly leaving Philadelphia. That's kind of makes me upset.
Listen to me. We're gonna leave temporarily. I
can't even go without you guys temporarily. That's not even working. So I'm saying I'm going out today. I'm going to be an XM subscriber today.
Oh, boy.
I promise you guys that.
All right.
Good boy. Enjoy it.
Sure that gets stumped out of.
No.
We'll
Really?
see. We'll see. But there you go. I think John Cook should look up the career of Dave. What's his last name?
Dave Douglas?
Yeah, you might want to look up his career after he did us wrong and see how that worked out for him.
Yeah, that never works out well.
In the end, Dave Douglas was programming a business stock ticker radio station. That's how bad it got for Dave Douglas.
Yep.
After he did us wrong.
Yeah, he did a radio station that just was a audio stock ticker.
It was a business station. It was just stock talk. What?
Why would he dump out of that? A guy saying he was going to get accept. Why would you do it?
I'll dump out of that too.
Why?
Because they don't want to promote it. They don't want to promote it. It's just the way it is.
Good morning, everybody. There you go. That's what I do today. I stir I stir stuff up. That's what I do today.
That was good.
And I do have a doozy waiting. Just a big doozy.
A Lolo.
Right about now, Philly is realizing that they don't have Opie and Anthony anymore. Oops. In 3, 2, 1. And there go the phones. Good. And there go the phones.
I don't even want to hear it.
Tom Petty is playing on YSP. That is so much better than the Opie and Anthony show. If that doesn't prove that they just don't get it, it's kind of an insult to us that they think Tom Petty, an old tired Tom Petty record, is better than the Opie and Anthony show. This business sucks a big, hairy, running down a dream.
It is running down a dream.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was, let's get to the point. Let's roll another because you can't say joint.
Yeah, I guess we don't have any listeners. The phones are lit. It's all Philly calls.
What happened? They're saying, what happened?
And I'm kind of disappointed with the fan sites because those idiots just allowed our enemies to take over the message boards. You guys are really stupid and got to regroup and wake the F up. Seriously, you got to wake the F up. You got to regroup and wake the F up. Our phone number, 877-212-0-A. Well, we got to address the Philly thing. Obviously, I went off on a pretty impressive rant yesterday, I must say.
Well, it got the attention of the GM and the PD, apparently.
Yeah, finally. That was my intention. And then I did some research and stuff, and everyone's getting their facts wrong on fan sites and stuff. Here's the deal. This is what I learned yesterday. Because of my rant, they decided they no longer want to continue with the Opie and Anthony show. But here's the interesting part of that. They were going to get rid of us within 10 to 14 days.
Oh, really?
So I just sped up the whole process.
Well, sped it up.
Sped it up. I speeded it up. What?
No, just sped it up.
I sped it up. So they were getting rid of us either way, but they didn't have the balls to tell us in any form. They were going to just allow us to continue with the Opie and Anthony show in Philly. And then one day, we'd come in here and not be on in Philly anymore. And
like today.
Huh?
Like today.
Well, yeah, but at least we found out before we went on the air. Instead of coming in here like dopes and going, hey, Philly, and then someone calls and go, hey, you're not on here today. So that is the first fact. The second fact is YSP, as we know it, is dead. It's been dead for a really long time. And I almost posted on one of the message boards because one of the guys is like, Opie said when they first went back to regular radio how YSP gets it and they're already printing WOW stickers and they got promos and there's an excitement. That is all true at the time when I said that. YSP did get it. They were printing WOW stickers. They were making promos. They were very excited to have us back in Philly. But some things changed since that day and recently. And that was getting rid of, Karen Buck, who was like a soldier for this show down there. And also, they changed PDs.
Yeah, once that happens.
There was a guy, Gil Edwards.
Pretty rough.
I can't believe I have to explain this to people, but there was a guy named Gil Edwards who really got the show as well. They got rid of him. The company got rid of him. They decided to go into another direction. They hired this John Cook guy that never believed in us, obviously, but came up here anyway and lied to our faces that he was very excited about working with us and they're going to flip formats and we're going to be a big part of that, and there was an excitement. Then we went down, I think, a mere 2 or 3 days later. We broadcasted live for 2 days. Had a great turnout from the Philly fans. And then we did our virus show, and we had, close to 10,000 people in the venue?
Yeah.
And then sat for close to 2 hours after the show signing autographs. We got a huge audience in Philly. But for some reason, because we've been left in the dark, they don't want this show in Philly anymore. Okay? And you can't really blame ratings. And this is interesting because I'm reading the articles and they're saying that, our ratings weren't that great. They kind of were all right. I mean, men 18 to 49, that's why we do the Opie and Anthony show. That's why we do it. And we're in 4th place and moving up. Okay? Nothing to brag about, but it's not too shabby. In men 18 to 34, another real key demo for this radio show, we were in 3rd place. Okay? Mm-hmm. And I've been doing radio a long time, and I know people hate when I say that, but I have, and I'm pretty educated. You don't get rid of a radio show that is 4th, men 18 to 49, and 3rd, 18 to 34 in men. You just don't do it. You just don't do it. Just shows how stupid they are down there. They're absolutely stupid.
Well, they did it.
And it's really frustrating to sit here and take this one because we just did an article for FMQB, and we were talking about, syndicating a radio show. And the reality is, you get thrown into a bunch of markets, and in some markets you're going to do great, like Boston, like Buffalo. I hear we're doing very well in Syracuse. And then in other places, you're just not going to ever find your audience for whatever reason. Like Detroit, we never found our audience. Chicago, they kind of messed with our time slot, and it never got better after that. We're on like 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. It's a little weird. We understand we're going to lose Chicago, and that's fine. That's fine with us, But losing Philly is so ridiculous and infuriating, I can't even tell you. And I told corporate yesterday, I'm like, we have to lose Philly, a very important market to us, because they hired a bunch of dummies down there that don't get it. That is so frustrating to me. So frustrating.
Yeah. It is. Yeah, would have liked to have stayed on in Philly, but didn't work out. What are you going to do?
Bobby, what's up?
Kind of our first syndicated market that we were in.
Hey, Bobby, what's going on? Hey, Bobby, can you hear me?
Yeah.
What's up, Bobby?
I don't get it. I don't get how they didn't get the show. It seems like the O&A show is something that Philly can really sink their teeth into, as opposed to these dopey President Steve. How do they get that but not get O&A? I just don't freaking get it.
Well, I mean, we did all right. I mean, WYSP, the fact is, the legendary WYSP is a very damaged radio station. It has been for a while. And, it was going to take even more time to get the ratings up. And unfortunately, we don't get that chance now. So, I mean, the phones they're just lit. John, what's going on?
Hey, how's it going?
What's up, John?
Well, I drive pretty far to work every day, spanning Jersey to Philly, and I can't believe you guys are off. Everything in Philly sucks, basically. All the radio stations, and I hate the city in general, to be honest. But
I don't hate Philly, because I don't want this to be an F Philly thing. I say FYSP, absolutely, but
oh, definitely.
I mean, our show really, really caught on in Philly over the years. We brought our comedy tour down there for a reason. Those guys really, really are hardcore fans and get the radio show.
So is there any plans, of another station in Philly? Have you talked to anybody else, or?
No comment at this time there, sir. Let's say hi to Justin. Justin, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
I just can't move to Philly. I came from New York, and I thought I was going to have the O&A show. I guess not. What the hell? I got to move to XM now?
Yep. Well, you could get an XM, that's for sure. But I guess they dump out XM mentions over here.
The guy did yesterday. He shouldn't have. He admitted he should have.
Oh, okay. So they're not dumping out today?
No, why would they?
Well, they dumped out yesterday. That's why.
He panicked.
All right. Well, I didn't know that until just now. Thank you, Justin. Dave, what's up?
Hey, not much, guys. Long-time listener, first-time caller. I just want to say, sorry to hear that you guys are going in Philadelphia. Screw YSP. I was a long-time listener with Howard and everybody else, and, I don't like the rock and roll, so FYSP.
I strongly suggest that you don't support that radio station. Get the word out. Do not support that effing station. And it's going to be a lot of... What?
I don't know. I just don't think the rest of CBS is going to enjoy hearing that.
Oh, I don't give a crap.
Yeah, I know.
I don't really give a crap anymore.
I understand you don't.
I ain't going to sit back and take this crap. Absolutely, we could tell our listeners not to support YSP and get the word out. Don't support YSP. Mike in Philly, what's up? Mike, what's up?
You want to get thrown off every station?
We're not going to get thrown off every station.
Do you want to?
No, I don't want to.
Oh. I'm just wondering, because saying don't support a CBS station, no matter how much you hate it, gets up to management, and management goes, you know something? We don't need the headache of these idiots.
Well, yeah, we're idiots.
I'm not saying we're idiots. I'm saying management will say...
We were just treated like crap, dude.
Of course we were.
All right? We're not idiots.
If you bash...
I'm not bashing CBS. Did you hear me? I'm bashing YSP. They treated us like crap. They threw us out with the morning garbage.
You will not.
And now I want our fans not to support YSP. I didn't say one thing about CBS. I didn't say one thing about the other radio stations.
I just know how management thinks.
Well, then so be it. Then we
And
just go over to XM and we'll have a little fun. What can I tell you? It's almost impossible to sit here and take this crap. Let's say hi to Eddie in Philly. Eddie.
I sat through syndication underground. I sat through the suspension. I sat and waited. And you know what? Now I got to deal with this. With this? Are you kidding me? It's just ridiculous. I don't care what you guys have to do. Get back down here because you know what? You got such a strong fan base down here. And if they don't get it, you know what? You're right. F them. I'm never going to listen to that station again. I didn't listen to that station before when Idiot Boy was on. I'm not going to listen to him now that I got to wake up to Pearl Jam. I'm sorry. If I want to listen to Pearl Jam, I'll listen to my iPod. Okay? I wanted my way.
They know what they're doing. Pearl Jam's much more important than the Opie and Anthony show. Bob in South Jersey, what's up?
This is bull. Whatever it is, I'm a truck driver. I listen to O&A all morning long. I'm gonna go through my company, get a petition put together, and get the idiot that got used yanked fired. There's enough truck drivers that I deal with every day that I can do it.
All right, thank you, Bob. Let's go to Rob in Pennsylvania.
Band together the truck drivers.
Rob, what's up?
What's up, guys?
Hey.
Yeah, I've just been listening on hold on my cell phone since WYSP it has no action going on except Pearl Jam, Papa Roach.
Oh, that's good. And they did. I was incorrect. They did dump out of the reference to satellite radio because
just now.
Yeah.
They'll do that. That's how they operate. That's how they operate.
All right,
hey guys, I'll just keep it alive on 202.
All right, thank you, sir. Let's say hi to Dan in Syracuse. Dan, what's up?
Hey, man, how you guys doing this morning?
Pretty good.
Syracuse, I love you, man. Phil Jane after Howard, love you guys. Don't know what the heck Billy's thinking about, man, tell you the truth.
All right.
Not a clue, I'll tell you. But you guys go off at 9 o'clock here. I wish you were on for the full shot, man. I really do.
Oh, well, thank you, Dan. I appreciate it. Joe, what's going on?
Yo, what's up, guys? How you doing today?
Hey, pretty good.
It's a dark day in Philly, man. It's a dark day.
It's so ridiculous. I can't even tell you.
Usually is.
You guys plan on coming to any other stations around here or not?
We're going to figure that out, sir.
Is there going to be anything on the website that I can have?
Yeah, absolutely. Just keep checking the websites. Let's go to Dave. Dave, what's up?
Hey, boys, what's happening?
Hey.
Hey, listen, I couldn't wait while I woke up listening to that shit. Oh, sorry. Listening to that stuff, hearing Tom Petty on there, so I flicked on the XM in the house on the satellite. What the hell was Philly thinking? They took away every talk show on it that was funny, and they blow you guys. You know, I gave my XM to my girlfriend. I'm stealing it back now from my car. I can't deal with this anymore.
All right, thanks, Dave.
Hey.
All right, well, there you go.
Off. Oh, well.
That does explain why he wasn't calling back.
Well, it certainly does.
That is kind of revolting.
I won't ever say that guy isn't a douche.
He certainly is.
But I mean, what are you going to do? The hell are you going to do? I just hate, you look at the papers and go, oh, okay, this is how they report it. This is nice. The truth of the matter is, we were going to be off in a couple of weeks, but yesterday someone got their feelings hurt in Philly.
Yeah, it's like nobody tells you anything. It's like they really don't operate. I mean, there really is truth to the fact they don't operate like men because they don't just tell you what's going on. Nobody ever tells you what's going on.
Nah, they're afraid you're going to say something and ruin their plan. Their big plan that everybody figures out anyway before it happens. I've never seen a radio secret that has lasted till they want to pop it. People usually catch on. The word gets out. But they're all just phony.
I think there's a new rock station in Philly which has been kicking YSP's ass, which is, I think, a Clear Channel station or whatever. And I think that's why they made the format flip, because they had MMR and then that new station, I think.
Yeah, they're running Jockless or something.
Yeah.
Just music.
Yeah.
Like an iPod.
Delson, what's up?
Man, I'm listening to music. I feel like killing myself in Philly this morning.
What song is on?
Right now, let's see. Now it's a commercial. That's better than what the hell I was just listening to.
They know what they're doing down there, though.
Oh, man, it's killing me, dude. Jimmy, you killed at the Philadelphia tour.
Thanks, bud.
Oh, my God.
Harry, Philly, what's up?
Harry.
What happened?
We kind of just explained the whole thing. They know better. YSP knows better. You know, the great YSP. I don't want to trash him too much because I got to try to keep my job. So the great YSP. They know better than we do. I apologize. I encourage everyone to go listen to music for the coming weeks until they make their announcement. Don't want to piss off the company too much.
I'm looking forward to hearing Jet reruns 11 times a day. What's not to love? Thanks. Have a good one. Punching out.
Chris, what's going on?
Hello?
Hey,
Hello?
Chris.
Yeah, I'm just calling to complain. Did you know I'm down in Philly? Did you know that this is going to be happening this morning?
We found out yesterday afternoon.
Yeah.
But they were going to do it within 10 days to 2 weeks anyway, so.
This crap.
No, they know what they're doing down there. I fully support the move. I think it's a great one for Philly and radio in general, so.
Well, that sucks. You got a fan missing you, man.
All right. Thank you, Chris.
I knew I didn't like the guy. What's his name? John Cook?
John Cook.
I knew I didn't like him when. I think he was the guy because I said he looked like Muhammad Atta because of his hairdo. And he got mad. It was like he came in and he goes, "Wow, you can come up with a better one than that." And I immediately know you're not a funny person.
No, because that was a good one.
I'm sorry, you look like him. I didn't say you act like him, but the fact that exactly what he was just a douche in a suit.
Yeah.
Who got annoyed that he got teased.
Yep.
And the moment
That's
that
what
happened, I was like, ugh, what a tool.
That's exactly what happened. He got his little feelings hurt.
Yeah. Hey, come up with a better one than that. No, that was the reference.
No, that was a good
one.
one.
I said it, idiot.
It was a good joke.
Well, we could just keep taking calls from Philly, but we'll take a break. We got $1,000 to give away today. Who gives an ass?
With the sound that wasn't approved, that no one liked in management.
Why?
Because it's too short.
Really?
Yeah. It was too short.
I forget what it was.
It's, what'd you?
It's a great one.
I'll find it on my machine.
Well, here's the sound
play it.
Here's the sound you're listening for if you want to win $1,000 today between 7 and 7:30.
We have to find it, but it sounds like. Would you?
It sounds
it's like
just
that,
like
but
it.
half the length.
There it is on number 4. Remember that. It's on 4.
Would you?
There you go. When you hear that between 7 and 7:30, you'll win $1,000 if you're the 10th caller. 877-212. O&A. It's Opie and Anthony.
Phones are lit.
Yep. Has a bit of turmoil down there in Philly.
It's going to be rough.
Huh?
It's going to be rough to get, calls that aren't this, but...
Let's say hi to Joe in Philly. Joe, what's up?
Hey, what's up, boys?
Hey, man.
Hey, Joe.
I get my car is going to go to work. I turn on the radio, and there's stupid music on. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what is going on?
Well, they think playing music is much better than listening to our radio show, which is the biggest insult, by the way. So far, they've played Tom Petty, Running Down a Dream, Pearl Jam, Corduroy, Holy S, P.O.D. Alive, Jet, Are You Gonna Be My Girl, Rush, Limelight, and the Toadies, Possum Kingdom.
Rush, Limelight?
All I know.
I like Rush. I like Limelight. I haven't heard that on the radio in the last...
I'll be getting my XM receiver
keep babbling. Why don't you, Joe? Just keep babbling. All right, thank you, Joe, for your support. I appreciate it. Ken in Delaware. Ken, what's up?
Ken.
Yeah, guys, what's up, man?
Hey.
Yeah, I don't want to repeat what that guy just said, but basically the same thing happened to me this morning.
What?
I said I don't want to repeat what that guy just said, but the same thing happened to me this morning in the car.
Oh, you tuned in and, hey, we weren't there.
weren't here.
Yeah, that's how it works in radio. All of a sudden, like, it was hilarious because, like, the decision went down. Within seconds, they wipe any trace of us off their website, off the actual radio station. I think they had the van repainted already. It's so infuriating.
And instantaneous.
Yeah, I was gonna go to work and check out the website, but I guess I won't bother then.
No, there you go. There you go.
Do you guys have any plans to go to another station down here?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, really?
Absolutely. This is the funny thing, by the way. A lot of people thought Anthony and I went back to regular radio because we wanted to make more money. The fact is, the deal we made is okay. It's not blowing anyone away.
No,
here.
it's not the be-all, end-all radio deal, that's for sure.
And it's so funny when I read about that they just went back to regular radio because they want to make more money. No, what we really wanted to do is we went back to regular radio because we wanted our stuff. We just did a really long article for FMQB, by the way. It's coming out Friday, and we'll make sure it's on the websites. It came out very well. And we explained that we went back to regular radio because we want a lot more people hearing our stuff. That was the main reason why we went back to regular radio.
Yeah.
We like the satellite. We like the freedom it gives us. But, we weren't talking to a lot of people.
At this point, you're not going to get as many people as you get on regular radio.
There's an article that came out today about satellite radio ratings. And Howard is talking to I believe, I don't want to misquote this, so I think it's 1.2 million people, okay, if you can believe the satellite radio ratings. He used to talk to 20 million.
Yeah.
And that's exactly how we felt when we were just exclusive to satellite. We were frustrated. We're like, we want our show and our stuff to be heard by a lot more people. It wasn't about the money. And some of the really hardcore fans of the show are convinced that's why we went back to regular radio. No. First and foremost, we want to be heard by as many people as possible. Yeah. That's what you do with a radio show.
That's what we wanted.
I mean,
we did.
I mean, you could have true, freedom if you just hang out with your buddies at a bar and talk. Mm-hmm. But no
one's going to hear it.
No one's going to hear it. But you're going to have no censorship. You can say whatever the hell you want. And that's kind of the dilemma with the satellite and the regular radio. But we thought it was important to try to talk to a lot more people at this time. Mm-hmm. And while the whole satellite radio world continues to grow.
Yeah.
That was the reason we went back to regular radio.
I'll bet you that number is very accurate because they're going through merger talks, and everything has to be reported to the Justice Department. So, I mean, their books are wide open. I mean, it's like that's probably a really accurate number.
Well, if it's accurate, they're saying that we're talking to a lot less than Howard is on satellite radio.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
What liars.
Well, and that's what's weird because the company had told us differently. So who knows? I know this much though. You talk to less people.
I heard the survey was done when we were suspended.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh well, they're not going to.
That's good. I'm not kidding.
But they're not going to report that.
No, of course not.
Because already I see on some of the radio sites, people are laughing at us that Howard's talking to 5 times more people on satellite than we are.
Yeah.
But now you're saying that survey was done when we were suspended for 30 days. But that won't be reported.
No.
It won't be reported that when they did suspend us, a lot of listeners dropped their cancel their subscription to satellite. So
weren't listening.
So we did not go back to regular radio to make a lot of money. The deal wasn't that great. What was great about the deal was it gave us the opportunity to talk to a lot more people, and we continue to talk to a lot more people.
Mm-hmm.
As frustrated as I am about the Philly situation, because I really think that those 2 guys down there are a bunch of dopes, and it will be proven in the end. It's always proven in the end. That it's going to be proven they don't know what the F they're doing. Okay, simple as that. But and I told corporate will say it again how frustrating it is that we have to lose a key market for us because they don't know what they're doing down there. They just don't.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not a slam on the company. And someone then says on instant feedback, because I went silent for a while there, that I was getting chewed out by management. I absolutely was not being chewed out by management.
What?
Okay, I had a nice talk with Tom in the hall as soon as we went to break. I was not getting chewed out. I can't tell you the last time I got chewed out by management. I run the show. I run the show.
What the hell is it? It's junior high. Chewed out.
And to prove that it's not about money, this is I'm speaking for myself. All right, we're not on in Philly anymore. We're not on WYSP anymore. This will prove, hopefully, to a bunch of idiots out there that we're not doing this, completely for the money. I want to be back on in Philly sooner than later. We got to look at the dumb contract to see what our rights are. But I think Bob is too busy, negotiating a deal to have Kid Chris replace us. That's just terrific. That's not going to drive me nuts whatsoever, by the way. That's another story for another day. But here's the deal. Simple as this. I want to get back on in Philly. I want to be back on in mornings. I want to take out YSP, and I want to take out Preston and Steve. Simple as that. And I want to do it for free. I want to do radio in Philly for free to prove that I'm not doing this for money. Proving that I have the passion to do this, and we're not done in Philly. That's what I do now, and I want to get the word out. We'll call some of the radio sites like FMQB and R&R and Inside Radio and All Access, and we'll call Dan Gross in Philly, who writes the gossip column. Simple as this: I, Opie, want to get back into the Philly radio market, and I will work for free. Simple as that. That's how much I believe in this show and how much it's going to work in Philly. And I don't want any station owners all confused, like, oh, God, I don't know if we can afford them. Well, let's just take that out of the equation. I work for free in Philly. I work for free in Philly radio. That's what I say today.
Can I have your money?
Yeah, I'll give you a few shekels. But that's what I do, because I'm sick of people saying that, they're just going for the money. They're just going for the money. They don't really care anymore. No, I care too much. That's my problem with this whole thing. So that's what I do today. I work for free. Get me back on a station in Philly. I work for free.
For slave wages.
Not even.
Free.
Free. I work for free for another radio company down there in Philly. Free. That's what I do now. And let's get the word out. Get Dan Gross on the phone. Let's say hi to Jeremy. Jeremy, what's up?
Nothing. I just turned on the radio earlier. What happened to you guys? Wussy boy take you off?
Well, John Cook thinks that playing the Toadies Possum Kingdom is going to get the job done in morning radio.
That song's catchy.
It is catchy.
Make up your mind.
It's catchy when we played it 10 years ago on AF.
My morning suck.
No, that's really smart. Get rid of Opie and Anthony and then compete with iPods. That's brilliant. Now they're playing No Sleep Till Brooklyn. Well, that's a pretty good, that's a deeper track by the Beastie Boys. That's a good one. I like that one. I actually have that one on my iPod.
Barely ever hear that one.
All right, we're going to move on to other things. We're going to try. Ronnie, girl, Philly, what's up?
I'm angry. I just woke up and my alarm clock was music and it wasn't you, and my day sucks.
Oh no.
It's just so funny how radio works too, because you really become part of some of these people's lives. Like, they wake up to you, they get into the show, they go out and support the show, the radio station makes it sound like it's one big family, and then one day they just chop your head off. I mean, it's just amazing to me.
You're disowned by the family.
Right.
For a minute.
Huh?
Can I be a pain in the butt for a minute? And can I ask, can you guys just keep me on hold so I can put you on a speakerphone and listen to you while I get ready for work?
Yeah, sure. We can do that for you today.
Love you.
We're just gonna take one listener at a time in Philly by the phone.
She's on hold. There you go. Our audience just went up by one person in Philly.
We're back on.
We're back on in Philly.
On the phone.
Talking to one. What kind of ratings can you get for one person listening?
I don't know.
What if she listens 24 hours a day? I think we get an impressive number there.
That would be pretty good.
I think we get an impressive number.
I listen on hold. Is that what station is that? No, hold on the phone, not the hold.
Let's go to Tony in Chicago. Tony, what's up, buddy?
Hey, man, I just want to say I support you guys 100% here in Chicago.
Oh boy.
Thank you,
Pray
sir.
to God they don't take you off.
All right, thank you, Tony.
You'll miss us.
You'll miss us. It was interesting. I know how much I could say, but there is some happiness with us and the company, and they're working on things. I could say that much, and they're talking to the radio stations we're on. And I found this kind of funny. Remember how we? And I'm not speaking out of turn. It's just kind of funny. You know how West Palm doesn't really like this show and doesn't want it and stuff.
Yeah.
They haven't said no to the negotiations that are going on. They haven't said no.
I'm starting to like that West Palm because they're just weird.
They're just weirdos down there.
Weirdos.
They've hated the show since we went on in West Palm Beach a year and a half ago. They hated us from day one. The first memo we got, they basically said yuck. A year and a half later, we have this weird relationship with West Palm Beach, and it was brought to my attention that let's just put it this way, they could have said no by now.
Yeah,
and they haven't. Is that promising? I honestly, I don't think so. But
we're rocking on the buzz, dude.
Right, but it was just funny to me that they're kind of taking their time and thinking about it a little bit.
Yeah,
which I find hilarious.
Just waiting. Maybe they haven't found the right person. Maybe they're just going, we'll see what they do. We'll out of sight, out of mind.
And I'll say it again, the West Palm Beach situation, man, I truly, and I'm not kissing ass right now, because I heard this news yesterday, and my gut feeling is we're going to be gone in West Palm Beach, but I have to say it again. I do respect the PD down there, because he always told us where we stood. Always, from day one.
Right, which was far away from him as human possible.
Right. All of a sudden, he had meetings he had to go to when we were down there, and had to go play golf, and then they had their big concert that we were kind of part of. And we had the last dressing room that was kind of attached to the parking lot. We get it. They did the bare minimum for us, and I respect that.
There's really no O&A stuff at the show.
No.
But that was.
But we went down there.
It was a fun day.
We went down there 10 months ago. 10 months ago, and we thought we were going to lose the show as soon as we got back to New York. It's been another 10 months, and we're just kind of still limping along for them in West Palm Beach, Florida.
God bless.
And it was brought to my attention that they haven't ruled out. They haven't ruled it out yet.
Yeah.
But if I was a betting man, though, come on. Please. I mean, please. But I just found that kind of funny. Wow. Let's say hi to Mike in Philly. Mike, what's up?
Long-time listener. I'm just wondering why I'm not hearing you on the radio today.
Well, they decided that music's more important, and someone's feelings got hurt yesterday when I called John Cook a wussy boy. He really should look up Dave Douglas's career. It's going to be a lot of fun in the coming months and coming year. That's for sure. So they're doing music now, but because then I heard the stupid Opie blew the whole thing up. No, I'm not stupid, by the way. I really am pretty calculated. And it was proven to me yesterday when corporate told me no, they were going to get rid of you guys in 10 to 14 days. I just beat them to the punch and got some fine shots in. So, Mike, they're playing music instead of us, so enjoy. Have fun with that. I'm sure that'll work for everybody.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to Dan in Philly. Dan, what's up?
Yo, what's going on, guys?
Hey, man.
I've been listening to you for 3 months now, and pretty sad to hear that you guys are gone. And Jimmy, you are hilarious, dude.
Thank you, mister.
I loved you and Lucky Louie.
Who didn't?
And,
the critics.
I'm sorry, Jim.
Thanks, buddy.
Monterey kicks ass.
Thanks, fella.
All right, sir.
And it's pretty sad, man, that you guys aren't on anymore because you guys are awesome.
Well, we'll figure something out. But I mean it, man. My word has always been my word. I want to get back on in Philly, and I will work for free to prove to the critics we're not doing this solely for money. For free.
Can't wait to hear you guys.
It was a sad day when Karen Buck left. She was very good to us down there. That kind of sucked.
Yeah, that was like a final straw kind of a thing right there.
Karen Buck was like the backbone of that station for many years, and we ran into Tim Sabian for the first time at the Pat Cooper roast, and I gave him props. I'm like, man, Tim, just hasn't been the same since you left. You knew how to work this radio show in a syndicated market. That's really, really important. But yeah, Karen Buck was the final blow. One by one, they were leaving, and it just isn't the same radio station that we know and love. And that was told to me yesterday too. Look, all the people that really were behind you guys and got the show are long gone. It's a new team of management,
new regime,
and they're I swear to God this was told to me, and I hope I don't get in trouble for this, but they decided to roll the dice instead of continue with us.
I hope
that's not too infuriating. They're just going to roll the dice.
Ouch!
I hope. I hope he rolls the dice and it comes up positive.
Oh, it's going to get interesting.
This stupid fruit.
It's going to get very, very interesting in the coming weeks.
Hope he hangs himself. Hope he auto asphyxiates with the cancer on his ankles, and his stupid family finds him. Yuck! Didn't like my joke, did you? Corporate douche.
No, didn't like your fine joke.
It was a gem. That's what you look like.
It was.
Dye your hair blonde. Creepy Arab.
Dave in Pennsylvania. Dave?
Yes, sir.
What's up?
Hey, they roll the dice and it comes up crap.
Not even craps. Just comes up crap.
They're moving in a different direction towards the fag world. What a bunch of bitches.
There you go. Well, there was an email I didn't read on the air that we had a mole within the walls, and they said the programming department smells of family values. There's a whiff in the air of family values.
Oh.
Was written in one of the emails that was snuck out of the YSP compound.
Ugh. Did the guy say
there was a whiff of family values coming from the programming department? So good luck with that. That's proven to be very successful.
Family values.
When a radio station decides to go that way.
John Cook was moving into a different direction. Hopefully, it was into a gentleman's lap, head first. Let me talk into this. Silly goose.
And
family values. What?
And what's infuriating is they just couldn't tell us man to man what the F was going on. That's why I have a massive problem with this. Massive. We've been kicked off radio stations before, and people told us to our face. Like Dan Mason, when we ran into him, and do one of our meetings every once in a while, he looked us right in the eye and go, guys, not looking good in some of these markets. We're going to have to make some changes. That's a man. Yeah. It's frustrating. You're like, oh, come on, man. Why don't you support the show a little bit and maybe throw some marketing behind it. But at least he's a man. He looks you right in the eye and goes, look, it's not looking good for some of these markets. And he listed a couple markets. And guess what? A few months later, we were gone from those markets. I respect that. I really do. I respect the other PDs that had the balls to freaking look me in the eye and say, you're wrong, or this is what's happening. So don't get me wrong here. I don't respect wussy boys that go hiding behind, not even hiding behind emails. He didn't even do that.
No.
He wasn't even brave enough to send an email. That it's not looking good. And don't tell me that, I couldn't play my card or something. There's things you could do to at least show, look, I'm in a tough situation here, not looking good, something. Instead of just hiding.
You know what I heard last night? That he had said he called both of us and we never got back to him.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, I said,
play that.
That's an outright lie. The guy did not even make an attempt to get in touch with us. Yeah.
There you go. There's the type of guy John Cook is. Now he'll just blatantly lie.
That got me
to try to cover his ass.
Pretty infuriated.
John Cook, enemy of the show. John Cook on the old FO list. The old FO list.
An FO.
Oh. Hope he's caught in a rest area with a power drill, making a hole to make new friends.
The old FO list is back.
The old peekaboo hole.
Caught in an airport bathroom with tap shoes on.
Like either you're Gregory Hines or you're going to jail.
Jessica in Philly, what's up?
Anyone not to hear me.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
I just want to tell you guys I love the show. I went 2 years in a row to see you guys in Philly at the Virus Tour, and it was amazing to me. You were awesome.
Thank you.
I just want to see if you guys, if you don't get back on in Philly, I have you guys on 202, so it's okay with me. But I want to see if you do another Virus Tour, you guys still going to come down to Philly?
Philly is really important to us no matter what. We would love to go down to Philly for another comedy show. But we might be doing something different next year anyway. We got to keep mixing it up, so.
Sounds good, guys.
Well, we'll still be going down there for appearances and stuff. It's a huge market for us. It's a huge market for Jimmy and all the comedians we have on this show. It's just a huge, huge market for us. The ratings weren't as good as we would have liked, but it wasn't like we were a complete disaster, okay? Thank you, Jessica.
Thanks, guys.
All right. We're going to give away $1,000 between 7 and 7:30. You want to play that sound for everybody? The short sound that Tracy had a problem with. What's the difference if it's a short sound or a long sound?
She said the promos. Like I think they have a promo written.
The home?
What?
Oh.
No, they run stations in Philly. I don't really look like him. Okay, good point. You do, stupid. She said the promos have to be, that's why, because it was hard to put into the promos.
Would you? There you go. That's what you're listening for.
That's what you're listening for.
Not right now.
Good luck.
See, it's short, but the faithful listeners know that clip very well.
Yeah.
The prize pigs might be a little confused trying to figure out what the sound is, but the faithful listeners are right there with us. Boom.
Yep.
Right there. So when you hear that between 7 and 7:30, call, and 10th caller will get $1,000. We're gonna attempt to move on.
You know what's one more thing that's annoying about being off at YSP? It's that we were attacking the other morning show. It's like, you're not gonna, what are you gonna do, just roll over and bite a pillow and take it? At least we were attacking the other show and trying to make their lives a little miserable, like calling out their awful, stupid bits.
Yeah, it was gonna happen too.
That pillow biter.
I have no doubt in my mind it was gonna happen.
Oh, bet you're right. Bet you John couldn't call because every time he spoke, feathers flew out of his mouth from biting a pillow. He coughs and feathers just fly out and down.
And people didn't like my choice of insults. Wussy boy I went with. Sorry, but half the other stuff I want to say I can't say anymore. So wussy boy
That's
is
true.
what we're down to. And he is a wussy boy. He's not a man. Nowhere's near a man.
That's right.
If you don't see your family, you can never be a true man.
Let's say hi to Dave in Virginia. Dave, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, Dave.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hey, I want to wake up my spouse.
Okay.
Oh, goody.
She's been bitching for a week about the ice maker not working. Well, guess what's working?
The ice maker.
It's beautiful. I've got the bucket right here filled with ice.
Okay, it is Wake Up Your Spouse Wednesday.
Too bad he's not the Ice Man. That'd be great to hear him wake your spouse up. A bucket of acid.
All right. You know how we want this, right, sir?
I got to get the phone right. I'm going to plant it next to her, and then I'm going to go back and get the ice bucket, and then I'm going to dump it.
All right.
That sounds good.
All right, let's go.
All right.
Oh, here we go. Hold on.
Here we go. Wake up your spouse.
Mm-hmm. Dave is
bucket of ice.
Dave's playing.
Wake up, Philadelphia!
Man, it'd be great to hear him again.
Yeah.
Wake Up Philadelphia.
What?
And I swear to God, he hung up. I
Yes.
have no idea what that was supposed to be. Was he going to play another radio station? Was he going to play YSP? What was he doing?
They really screw up with this show because they should just stay on the air.
There's a real panic that happens when people try to prank us. I don't know why. I think we're very intimidating. I really do.
They want to get out of it very quickly.
But what does Wake Up Philadelphia mean at the end of that?
Was that even a prank, or was he yelling at us?
And then there was sort of a radio station. I don't know which station.
Yeah.
What station was he trying to promote?
One that's on in Philly?
Maybe his spouse is John Cook.
I don't get it, sir. All right. Hey, Ronnie.
In art class, he said you saw that movie. Hello?
Ronnie.
Yo!
Are you still listening to us? It doesn't sound like it.
Of course I'm listening to you. I'm getting ready for work. I got you on a speakerphone.
Oh, speakerphone.
All right. We're talking
future.
to our only listener in Philly at this point.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Well, you are.
Well,
really.
you are. No joke. We're
You're
not
on
on.
hold.
And I'm talking commercial radio, of course. No, you're the only person in Philly listening to the Opie and Anthony show today. Do you feel privileged?
Of course I do.
You're the only one we put on hold. Unless they found another way, maybe through the internet, or satellite, obviously.
Maybe.
But we're talking about just, the average listener like Ronnie that would just tune us in on YSP. So you're the only listener today. How does it feel?
I rock.
You're special.
Yeah.
I am freaking special.
Now, if you tell a friend, tomorrow we could have 2 listeners.
I can't believe nobody else asked you to do that, though.
No, they did not.
That's just gay.
But you're going to have to tell somebody, and we're going to put 2 people on hold tomorrow to hear the fine show. So we could double our audience in Philly. Yep.
If I call tomorrow, will you do that for me again?
Absolutely.
100% increase in listenership if she gets a friend.
Yeah, then we could put out a press release and show everyone how great we're doing.
Okay, now, are they really thinking about replacing you with Kid Chris? Because if that's true, I'm going to shoot myself in the head.
Don't shoot yourself.
It's pretty obvious that's what's going to happen. I mean,
No, I hate Kid Chris.
Well,
no, don't shoot yourself.
Then you'll lose your your on-hold listener.
Could you shoot yourself, though, live on the show? Because that
If you had to, okay.
Because that certainly would create a buzz.
If you had to.
Right, the news would have to report on that, and then everyone would have to tune in that show to go, wow, this is the show that had a listener kill themselves live on the show. This is great.
Yeah.
Well,
Then we'd be off for a while.
Myself in the foot or something. But
What?
I might shoot myself in the foot.
All
Maybe
right.
not, kill myself, because I do have a daughter.
All right, I'm going to put you back on hold. Don't want to lose our only listener in Philly, so I'm going to be very nice today. There you go. Ronnie's back on hold, the only listener listening in Philly right now. John in Philly, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
I'm missing you already. I don't know what to do. Want me to send Luca Brasi over there?
Thank you, John.
No, that wasn't the sound for tomorrow.
Thank you, John. Yeah, that's not tomorrow's sound. Well, you could do that sound. WYSPsucks.com. Interesting. Hello.
Hey, this is Jamie in Philly. I'm just saying I miss you guys already.
We're missed.
Hello?
Hey.
Hey.
You guys there?
Yeah.
You know what? I know you're probably tired of explaining it, but like I turned on WYSP and heard music, and right away I knew something was wrong. So, I tried calling you guys before and never got through, and luckily I got through this time. Can you just tell me, what happened? WYSP.
I guess I haven't been listening for the last month. We've been hinting at this, like there was something wrong down there, and they decided to go in another direction, which I think is really, really stupid. Yeah. Really stupid. So,
I've been listening. I guess I'm just kind of thick.
No, I don't mean to. I don't mean to trash you. Maybe you weren't listening when we were talking about that situation over the last month, but it's been painfully obvious ever since our virus show down there that something was going on, and for some reason they were, I don't know, they just lied to our faces. The latest one is now this John Cook is saying that he did call Aunt and I, and that's just a flat out lie.
No,
but that's what a wuss boy will do. They'll just panic and start making up lies to try to save face. But it's too late at this point. Everyone knows he's not a man. He's just not a man. This John Cook down there.
It's one of these situations where the station was what it was back in, as they say, the day, and there were people there that were supportive of the show. Very cool. We got along with them very well. And then they bring in new people, and when new people come in and the old people go out, you got to figure out if you're going to get along, if they have these new harebrained ideas, if they're going to keep you. And apparently this guy didn't want us.
It's weird in radio. It's the strangest thing when like a new PD comes in. For some reason, they can't work with the old people at the station. They have to completely clean house and bring in their own people, which I just never understood.
Yeah.
Because why not embrace the show that's doing pretty well on that station and try to make it even better? Because maybe that's your job, is to try to now make it even better and get it back to where it was when we were doing afternoons for YSP back in the day. But this guy was just a complete dude. In all my years in radio, he's right there with this Dave Douglas from our old station, AAF in Boston.
Oh.
He is right there with Dave Douglas, just a wussy boy, not a man, will look you in the eye and tell you something that is just flat out not true, and then goes and hides after he tells you, that he's looking forward to working with you, and flipping the station back to rock is going to be great for the station, great for you guys, and we can't wait to have you guys down here. They actually drove to New York and sat across from a table, and I'm sitting here going, well, what changed between that and a mere 3 days later?
Yeah,
what the F could have happened?
He just didn't like the show, and he's a megalomaniac and a douche.
All right, if you didn't like the show, then you know what? Then have some weird excuse why he couldn't make the trip to New York, or don't come to New York at all.
Something happened where he just didn't like it.
Something happened, and I would love to know what.
My comment, I'm sure, didn't help.
Family values.
Family values.
I don't know how you get rid of a top-rated show. I just don't know how you do that.
We try to keep it. I'll be honest, Tim. I'll be honest. We do try to keep it honest on this show. We weren't a top-rated show, but we weren't we weren't stuck into a point where we should have been thrown off the air, okay? I mean, the fact remains, because they will report it differently in the paper, the last ratings period that was important, we were 4th place, men 18 to 49. That's why we do this radio show, to talk to the ladies. I mean, we want them too, obviously, but in general, we really want to do very well, men 18 to 49. We were okay. We were right. We were right there, and actually the last few trends, we were kind of trending up. So it looked like the show was moving in the right direction. Men 18 to 34, which is pretty important too, we were in 3rd place. All right, we weren't like setting the Philly ratings on fire. I mean, Preston and Steve had a big lead, but we were doing okay, and we were looking forward to the next growth period.
Right.
You know, it doesn't make sense, and you know, time will prove my point. Time will prove my point. You know, we're not going to forget about this anytime soon. We still think of Dave Douglas and that douche, that douche that had no you know what.
Well, hopefully I'll catch you guys on XM, and this is why terrestrial radio isn't going to go anywhere, you know?
All right.
And, hey, Jimmy, I saw your show. I think it was on HBO. I didn't notice, but it was like an hour show, and you were great.
Thank you.
You were awesome.
It was on HBO, yes. By the way, just a quick thing. We've been plugging the Monster Inn DVDs, which are in stores. A lot of people have told me they're having trouble finding them. I think they're supposed to be in Best Buy. They're in FYE. I just don't know what stores they're in. I know Walmart turned us down, which we knew they would, and one more. But they're in Virgin, so try to find them there. But I got a lot of complaints in Connecticut, so my apologies.
Hey, Tim, you know, we're going to try to get back on in Philly, and I announced earlier, and I got to get it to Dan Gross from the Philadelphia Inquirer. I am more than willing to work for free in Philadelphia. More than willing to prove that it's not about money and that it's about passion and believing in the show and knowing we can do a good job down there. So we're going to do everything we can. And we what?
I'll keep my fingers crossed.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
All right, Tim. Thank you. Let's go to Michael in South Jersey. Michael, what's up?
Hey man, I must know what it feels like how the Baltimore fans felt when they woke up and the Colts were gone that morning.
That was one of the most amazing things that ever happened in sports. I mean, it is right up there. One morning, Baltimore woke up and realized that in the middle of the night, they had moving vans moving the team out of Baltimore. No one had a clue.
You guys are like the Eagles to me, man. I feel the same way if the Eagles jumped up and moved, man.
But see, here's the difference. We didn't want to move. We were kicked out. In such a bad way. I hope I have communicated that. Yeah, but the Baltimore thing was amazing. They were able to pack that whole stadium overnight. The logos and everything were gone off the stadium, man. They hauled ass in the middle of the night.
Right. I know what they feel like now, man.
All right, Michael.
I can't believe I woke up. You guys were gone.
Yeah, well, I think more and more people are realizing that because now they're just lit again. Let's go to Mike in Philly.
Hey.
Hey.
I just want to say my buddy listens to you guys all the time, and all I hear from him all the time is how you bash Preston and Steve all the time. And I just want you guys to say how we beat you guys.
Yeah, no, we open.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
We're number one, and we got you all kicked off the air.
Now, first of all, we didn't bash Preston and Steve all the time. We did take our shots, and good for you. There's a lot of people listening to Preston and Steve. We honestly think that it's a sucky show. What can I tell you?
Well, what sucks about it? Does it suck because they...
I hate you, Mike, more than anything.
I gotta like Mike.
I hate you.
It's really hurting my feelings.
Suck because they frunk us. Let me think that over for a while.
For those of you that keep asking me what frunkus means, it is from the Latin root meaning to frunk.
To frunk. Yes.
It's FRUNK with a silent CHE at the end and those two stupid dots over one of the letters.
Stupid dots.
What are those things called? The Germans can't get enough of them. Umlaut.
Wow. What is it called?
How do you know? Are you a linguist?
Yes.
Okay. He's a cunning linguist.
All right. Unfortunately, the Philly situation has really shut down the phones today. No one could get through to do Wake Up Your Spouse or any of the other fine things we do with this radio show on a Wednesday. It is Whip 'em Out Wednesday. But it's all Philly calls. Yeah. Passionate Philly listeners pissed off today. There you go.
Maybe you can just tune on YSP and listen to some Chili Peppers that you're not listening to on your iPod because you're bored of it.
Well,
Enjoy.
no, Jimmy. Recently, instead of having us on, they played U2 Pride in the Name of Love.
Uh-huh.
I'm a big U2 fan, so
Of course.
that's tough to handle, that one. Nirvana, I'm a huge Nirvana fan. They played Lithium today. Foo Fighters, Times Like These. Linkin Park, Crawling, which is cool. And then Ozzy Osbourne, Mom, I'm Coming Home.
He's only playing Ozzy because he's expecting me to now speak highly of the station.
Right. True.
I'm not that shallow.
Right.
Ozzy can fall into a ditch filled with feces. What do you think of them apples? Stupid Ata face. What do you think of that? You do look like him. Sorry.
He didn't like your joke.
I know he did. And I hated his faggoty corporate smile. His little fruity corporate smile when he went, hey, you couldn't come up with a better one than that?
Yeah.
Excuse me. Don't be passive-aggressive. That's a woman's quality.
That was a good one. You come up with one.
That meant that he was very bothered by the...
Of course he was.
Very bothered. And
Unfunny people hate being teased.
And we're talking about John Cook, Wussy Boy, that's now in charge of YSP. He knows what he's doing. You know, instead of listening to this show, it's tunes that you've heard a million times. Yeah. A million effing times. Like, I try to get into people's heads sometime. I'm like, all right, I'm sitting there. I'm like, all right. How would you even think that playing this crap is better than what we're doing? Seriously.
Yeah.
We're not on every day, but our average is pretty up there. Like, is someone really just like, oh, God, Mom, I'm coming home. I haven't heard this song in at least 10 minutes. I got to crank it up. I got to crank this one up.
Yeah, I just don't get it.
He didn't like the fact, I guarantee, this is a personality thing, because he also didn't like the fact, and this is that it was pointed out, how sloppy the format change was done.
Right.
Handled. No fault to Kid Chris's. I mean, that wasn't Chris's fault.
I didn't say that on the air.
We did. We said it because it was true. It was weirdly done.
Can I just jump in here, Jimmy? All right. It should be brought up. Yeah. I was very, very bothered when we were part of that format switch, and I knew something was I felt like the guy really didn't know what he was doing. I really did. They promoted like all day or for maybe more than a day that there was going to be a huge announcement on Kid Chris's show at 5 o'clock on YSP.
Right.
And everyone knew that meant probably The Rock is coming back, but they were going to officially announce that, and they wanted Ant and I and Jimmy there. And we came in and we hung out with Kid Chris, and, we had a good time with him, whatever. And then all of a sudden, I see a camera guy in there, and there's a banner on the wall that's like a plastic banner that is not even put on the wall straight. It's kind of sideways, and it's the old logo, the Free FM logo.
And it was tiny.
That was the only idea you had that this station was changing formats, and it was just us in the studio. And there was a camera guy in there. I'm like, wow. And I'm thinking as a radio guy, I'm like, what a great opportunity. You're gonna flip formats, and this is going to be on the news. They have a good connection with Fox down there. And the banner is just kind of askew, just kind of hanging. They had to try to keep taping it. Remember the Scotch tape? It kept falling. It kept falling and showing the new logo, and the camera guy's even like, all right, well, maybe I can make something out of this.
This is the big reveal.
And then the big reveal, they pulled the banner, and then there's the new logo, and I'm like, wow, it just should have been much more exciting than this.
A lot bigger.
And then Kid Chris made the announcement, and then they played this like long production piece, talking about how The Rock is back. And then I'm thinking to myself, what a great opportunity. You got a huge amount of people listening right now. You should hang and have a party atmosphere for at least a half hour to an hour. Like, wow, it's back, and MMR's in trouble, and we're going to be playing rock, and we got the attitude back, and we're so excited. Maybe beers and champagne, maybe a little party. And that was it. All of a sudden, Kid Chris plays the first song, and John Cook goes, all right, cool, thanks, guys. And that was it. And we walked out awkwardly like, wow, this is the first day of this. And I thought to myself, they're in trouble. And I immediately, because then we went to the steak joint, I think, or that was the next day, whatever. I immediately called corporate. I'm like, I'm really bothered with the situation down here. I'm really bothered.
It was handled badly, and we teased him on the air. I know you said something, but it wasn't horrible what you said. It was just pointed out, it was sloppily done, it was poorly done. And the bottom line is, again, a guy, an unfunny corporate men's room tapper, which is what he is. He's a men's room tapper. He brings his own empty shopping bags into every men's room just in case. Cannot handle being criticized or teased like that.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, a big part of the problem.
And that was the issue I had with YSP when we went back to them, is that the lack of passion as far as a radio station goes. I'm like, wow, there is like no passion in this place. And there was like Karen Buck, and she finally gave up. I don't know what her issue was, but I feel like she gave up, and she had no choice. She just had it. Like, because she was still trying to do the rah-rah, I know what this place could be, and it was just like, it was nothing.
Yeah.
You know, and this was stuff I was saying, you know, behind the scenes of corporate. Like, I'm really bothered. Like, they seem really lost down there. And if this format flip and how they did it is any indication, I don't really see how they're going to turn this thing around anytime soon.
Turn this thing around.
It would have been cooler if they just had somebody say, The Rock is back, and they went, ta-da! It was horrible. And again, it wasn't Chris's fault. He just...
I'm not even trashing him. No, I'm not. You know, I don't know what he's all about, because people are like, oh, you're going to start trashing him? I don't really know what he's about. He's been able to play it perfectly where he's friends with us and Howard, which is amazing, but whatever. You know, we'll see what his true colors are as this moves forward. But I don't have an issue with the guy as I sit here today.
No.
He never trashed us that I know of.
No.
But the banner then curled up. And then the Fox guy is like, can someone straighten that out? So the camera guy's even like, can someone straighten that out? I'm trying to get a good shot of this for, TV. All right. They're playing Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. I like ACD.
I happen to like Bon Scott a lot, and let's hope that John Cook winds up the same way he did, choking on his own vomit in a chilly car. Guess who you look like.
And now it's Beck. Now it's Beck loser. I guess we're the losers, so maybe they could dedicate that to us today. Attack. What? Oh, we got a break? Okay. Phones are still lit about the Philly situation. We'll move on from that in the very near future. Don't worry. Once again, for the faithful listeners, thanks for hanging in there today. Just, it's a major distraction. What can I tell you? We got Dan Gross from the Philadelphia Inquirer on the line here. Dan.
Yo.
What's going on, buddy?
Not too much. Sorry to hear about your situation down here.
Thank you. Yeah, we're not happy about it, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's why I called Steve yesterday. I was hoping that, if you guys were pissed, you would be happy to tell me, so I could have worked it into my story today. So, did that sort of take you off guard?
We had a feeling it was coming, even though no one was talking to us down there anymore. I mean, right. Hopefully you've been listening to the show, but basically, David, the GM, and John Cook, the new PD, they came up to New York to tell us they were going to flip to back to the to the Rock at WYSP, and they wanted us to be a big part of it. And they were showing us new logos, and they came to New York just to tell us before they told anybody else, and they were excited to work with us. And John Cook's like, I'm a big fan, and I'm friends with Tim Sabian. I've heard a lot of great things about you guys, and I can't wait to work for you. And it was, all right, this is really cool. We're pumped. And then we went down there a mere few days later. We broadcasted live. The reaction was amazing. We did our comedy show. There was close to 10,000 people in Camden. And then we signed autographs for 2 hours. I'm like, wow, really feeling good about this whole Philly thing. And finally, I think we have a real good chance to make the ratings pop in Philly, because we really believe that us anchoring a rock station could work. Right. And then we go back to New York, and we never heard from the guy again. And it's got to be pointed out that he made it perfectly clear when he was face-to-face with us. He's like, I'm going to bother you guys on a daily basis about what's going on in Philly. So you could bring some of the Philly stuff to your syndicated radio show. And I'm
in a good way. He was going to supply us with information so we can make
sure we're on top of the top stories and this and that. I'm like, that's great. That's exactly what we look for in a PD. We want to be in touch with the PDs, and we want them feeding us info, and then it's up to us to filter it and try to, make it interesting for the rest of the country. That's what you do with a syndicated show. And then we come back to New York, and we never hear from the guy again. And we start bitching and complaining on the air, off the air. I was calling corporate. I'm like, what the F is going on? Why won't this guy, talk to us? And obviously, they somewhere between this great meeting in New York and coming back from our visit, they decided to go in another direction. But they weren't men enough to let us in on this whole thing.
Yeah, it did seem bizarre because it was. I had reported. I think it was September 20th that this rumor was out there that they were going to drop you guys in the fall or in the spring and bring Chris to mornings, but that was just after you guys left town and you had the big successful show and everything.
And Dan, let's be honest, it's not a rumor. You got some really good connections, and when I saw you print that, I went right to corporate with this. Right to corporate. I was like, what is going on? And why isn't this guy calling us back? And no one
didn't give you a straight answer?
No, absolutely not. So then we started obviously trashing him, going, what is up with this guy, this John Cook? And I called him a wussy boy, and we went off yesterday. and then they obviously took us off the air. And then we found out yesterday that that they were done with us. But the funny thing is, then corporate admitted to me that they were going to take you off in 10 days to 2 weeks. So I kind of beat them to the punch. Is all.
So do you think you sped it up by calling them names and stuff on air?
Oh yeah, it was told to me. But what's the difference?
Right.
I'm not. What's the difference? If you don't want the show, then why continue? Get rid of us immediately. It's a big insult to us.
I think that's what they did. That's what they did here when I had reported that the station was about to flip, and then basically every host was starting to worry whether they were going to get fired, and the station couldn't take the having to try and lie to everyone, so they just moved it up
right
a couple days ahead of schedule.
Yeah, radio secrets don't last very long, that's for sure.
Not really.
And we started trending, better in recent months. I mean, and we're pretty honest with the show. Preston and Steve were still kicking our ass. But we were showing some pretty good improvements. Some of the radio sites are saying we were absolutely awful in the ratings in Philly. That's not true. The latest book, we were fourth, men 18 to 49, and that's the reason we do this radio show. You want to be really good with the men. So we were almost there. And men 18 to 34, we were in third place. That's not the type of show you just, throw out with the morning garbage.
Right.
You just don't.
Well, I think that, there had been rumors before Chris even came to town that he was, coming in to be the morning guy, once Stern left the air. And then, of course, somebody at CBS decided to go with David Lee Roth, which was obviously a horrible mistake.
Well, I wish him luck, but I think the station is in just an awful, awful place. And we have been saying that. It's not us now saying it because we're not part of it. I kind of bitched to corporate about it going, look, I'm really concerned about, WYSP and what they're doing down there. There's a lack of passion, and there doesn't seem to be a guy at the helm that really knows what they're doing.
Well, the weird thing, I think, is now, Chris is the only actual person, like the actual host that they have. And then the rest of the day, they're playing, weird alternative rock songs from, 1998 that, people have heard 7,000 times. Oh, great, Stone Temple Pilots are on. I'm going to keep this on,
Right. Well, good luck to you, but I don't see it happening, And it was told to me yesterday that they've decided to cancel the Opie and Anthony show, and they're going to roll the dice. That's what you want to hear. That they don't even have a really good plan in place, but they're willing to roll the dice with something different.
You watch the stupid answer he gives you when you talk to him about it, too. He'll go, just, different direction. He'll just give you some pukey, non-committal answer.
Yeah, John.
That's usually what you get from radio people.
Well, John Cook is a wussy boy, and then now he's claiming that he did try to call me an aunt a couple weeks ago, Aunt? And it's just a flat-out lie.
Never got a call.
And that's what wussy boys do. Now they'll just lie to try to save face and kind of try to show, people that you might be a man after all.
Do you guys think you're going to try and get something else in Philly, or I guess is that like a CBS deal because you're running out of CBS stations?
No, absolutely. I said it earlier this morning because a lot of people thought we went back to commercial radio for the money. And I want to prove that we went back to commercial radio because we wanted more people to hear what we do. And it's not always about the money. So I announced it this morning, and I'm going to stick to this. You can print this. I will work for free in Philly to prove that I'm doing it for the passion of the whole thing. I don't need money to be heard in Philly. I will work for another station for free. So that's how much I believe in this show and how much I believe in the Philly market. And I don't want any owner down there going, I kind of like these guys, but they're a little bit expensive for my taste. So let's get that right out of the way. My salary, free. Free.
So any Philly station that wants you guys can call today, and you'll entertain the notion of working for them for nothing.
I, Opie, say today that I will work for free on the Philly airwave.
I'll do it for like $10.
Yes.
How about Norton? How much does he want?
I take the remainder of their salaries and I add it to mine, and I divvy it up as I see fit. $10. Anthony's just taking what I already make.
I will work for free to prove a point that I'm doing it because I really believe in the show. I believe in Philadelphia, and I want to make it work. And I want to show Philly that we can be, Preston and Steve, if we have the right people behind us pushing the show. Absolutely.
Cool. Well, hopefully somebody will take you up on this.
There you go. All right, Dan.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Take it easy, man.
Later on.
Dan Gross from the Philadelphia Inquirer. Tomorrow we won't talk about this as much, I promise. Thanks for hanging in there today.
Yeah. Hello, Phil. Oh.
And then someone's trying to guess the sound. Well, Kevin from Connecticut, a faithful listener, he writes, that was a Japanese radio show angry about losing the Kobe affiliate. We have one more today. Holy shit, Jason C. from Georgia.
Wow.
The stupid you get the award of being the stupidest listener today.
Wow, good for you.
Jason C. from Georgia, he writes, fuck, do a TV show already. And then he continues, he goes, this is why you're not on in Philly, barely describing anything. The whole bit is not to describe this, you idiot. Let your imagination run wild, and then you tell everybody what it is.
Oh, my God, you're an idiot.
You are the stupidest listener today. October 24, 2007. You get the title.
What's the name?
Jason C. from Georgia.
Congrats.
A dummy. I want to say hi to everyone that showed up today. A nice little crowd on the bleachers on this fine rainy day.
Yes.
What's up, buddy? Buddy boys and girlies.
There's 4 guys and 2 lovely gals. And one of the guys who had a great idea, he had a YSP shirt. And he goes, do you want to take a shit on this? And I really do. But cause I haven't shit like a day and a half, and it would be a lava smoothie shit. But I don't
masterpiece.
I don't have to shit right now. It's unfortunately.
I'm sure there's a lot of fans out there with their YSP crap, and they'll be making some fun videos that will make it their way to YouTube and Break.com. That's what will happen.
You bet it will.
Sean, what's going on?
Yellow.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, Sean, how are you, buddy?
Hey, what's up, guys? Just got in my car after work, popped on YSP, and they're playing music. What's up?
Are you kidding?
What do you mean?
That must be a technical glitch.
They decided to go in another direction, and our fans are just outraged. And I think the big protest is today that's going to shut down the city of Philly.
Yeah.
They've been planning for the last 24 hours. It should be just an unbelievable display of outrage today in Philadelphia. Or no one's going to do anything.
Yeah.
Because that's how it works in radio. Your favorite show gets kicked off the radio, and there's nothing you could do about it. Great.
Went another direction, and we flew out the door.
Yeah.
They turned quickly.
Huh?
Quick question for you. If I get X7, can I listen to this side, too?
Yeah.
Yeah, this side is podcast, yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, you can get the whole show then. That's just what I'll do then. Screw them.
Absolutely.
Watch the language, sir.
Yeah, screw them. Whoa, that's a little harsh.
I just wanted to be radio friendly, boys.
You can also listen to us online there, sir. There's a bunch of the radio stations we're still on. They stream the show live online. All right?
Cool. I'll go to Circuit City today, my man.
All right. Thank you, Sean.
Have a good one.
We just moved to New York.
Hang in there.
Yeah, there you go. Just moved to New York.
Yeah, the outrage in Philly is just out of control. Woo! Now, people really are pissed, but the problem is you don't know what to do about it.
No.
In the end, you just don't know what to do.
There's nothing.
But I appreciate the people that are upset and calling the station and at least expressing themselves. That's good. I like that.
Yeah. Thank you.
That's making someone's day miserable, and I like that. I like that a lot, actually.
Yes.
Anytime you can make someone's day miserable, I, Opie, am happy.
Especially when it's on the behalf of the show.
Yes, of course. Steve, Philly, what's up?
Yo, hey, Owen, hey, man.
Hey.
I can't stand this friggin' city, man. They took you guys off the air, and this President Steve, they suck. They completely suck. I hope you guys come back somewhere in Philly.
Well, I hope, see, we're not even talking to our audience down there that is pissed off, because the ones that were, whatever, Philly people are still listening to the show in other ways, but I wish I could talk to the people. Like, they are really pissed, and they don't know what to do about it.
I'd love to have the Philly people involved in the gun conversation. They like their guns over there, too.
Oh, boy, do they.
Philadelphia, they were calling it.
Yeah, the murder rate down there is
call it Philadelphia.
Ridiculous. But, Steve, I don't know. It's time to start calling the other stations down there. We will do everything we can to get back on the air in Philly sooner than later. But Bob's too busy, negotiating the deal for our replacement down there. So I guess when he's done with that, then he'll figure out what we could do with the Philly situation. So,
All right, man.
All right,
Thanks.
Steve. Thank you.
Bye.
Which just amazes me. But what are you gonna do? If I start thinking about that stuff, I'll go nuts. All right. Well, there's just tons of Philly calls coming in every day. We were doing well too today. That just infuriates me. That situation is driving me nuts when I'm not here. Just driving me nuts, and that's why I don't have a gun. See, bring it back to the gun thing. Some people are responsible enough that they could handle a gun in their life.
It's like a recovering alcoholic knows can't have one drink.
Right.
So somebody with a gun problem shouldn't have guns.
My lovely fiancée has been babysitting me the last couple of days.
Really?
You know how many times I've heard, no.
Oh, Jesus.
As I'm picking up things, and I just want to throw them. I can't tell you how many times in the last couple of days I heard, no. And then it snaps me out of it, like, oh, yeah, okay, calm down. All right, take a deep breath. So I guess I wouldn't do well with a gun in my house.
No.
I only hear no when things are going on in the bedroom and she's on her stomach. I'm like, come on. No. I'm not that tired.
No. Well, I will have our day in Philly to prove a lot of things.
Yeah.
Wow. I am doing some heavy breathing right now. All right.
We got to leave these things at the studio door.
Why, you don't think that if like Howard got taken off the market, Buckwald would be negotiating for the replacement?
Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you for getting it. Thank you. Our agent is negotiating the deal for our replacement, and he thinks there's no problem with that.
If I could play the devil's advocate, it is his client.
Well,
I don't know what he was. What was he supposed to do? Say, I can't represent you?
Yeah.
Really?
I would.
Just drop him as a client.
Yeah. I don't want to be one of many in a stable of clients. Yeah, absolutely. I would say, wow, this is a little too tough. Opie and Anthony have made me a bloody fortune in the last 10 years. And because of Opie, don't get me started, really, because this is going to get ugly. Opie and Anthony have also turned a lot of clients onto Mr. Eatman over the years because of our success. Yeah, I would absolutely say, wow, this is a rough one, man. These guys have made me a bloody fortune. Absolutely, I would. I would step away from this one. Absolutely. He doesn't need all those clients. We make him a bloody effing fortune. And if he focused just on our careers, he would make even more money instead of dealing with smaller shows all over the country. Don't get me started. Seriously. It's infuriating. We got kicked off in Philly.
I think you're started already.
I know. And I'm trying to be better. Trust me. But it's enraging. We should never have been kicked off of Philly, and now we got to sit back and watch him negotiate the deal for our replacement. That's insane. That is insane in my world. Insane. It's insane. And the best he could tell me is, well, someone was going to do the deal. Oh, great. That's the answer I want after 10 years of making you a bloody fortune. For what? I don't even know. I really don't know. Because when the going gets tough, he sure isn't around.
Well, his
advice is like, oh, you guys got to get the ratings up in Philly. That's the best that he can tell us when things are going weird. Oh, God, you got to get the ratings up in Philly. Oh, my God. I might actually have to work if you don't do that.
He's an agent.
Try to figure something out.
He's an agent.
Oh,
he negotiates deals,
and then gets a lot of money to sit back and watch things just kind of get a little weird.
If we got a manager, then I could see.
Well,
a manager would do like something like that. An agent contractually, all he is supposed to do is.
Well,
book
Bob
the deal.
wanted to do more than just that, but he hasn't, okay? Trust me, the manager thing is going to happen now, because you can't sit back and watch this crap happen. You know, who's watching out for our best interest? He's not. You're not watching out for our best interest when you watch the Philly thing happen, and then you negotiate the deal with the guy that's going to replace Opie and Anthony. That's not watching out for my best interest. I deserve a little more with the money we pay him. A lot more. Hey, Halloween tips. Halloween right around the corner. Less than a week away, right? Down to 5 or 6 days. We'll have to agree to disagree, man, but
Who's disagreeing?
No, Ant sees it another way, and
I just see things a little differently as far as the situation goes. It happens.
Dude, where it's an insult. You know?
I'm in the middle. Like, you're both correct. He is an agent. That is technically his job. I mean, honestly, it is. However, it does.
It's an insult.
Instead of trying to get a new gig, you concentrate on this. But then again, it is kind of his life. There's no one's wrong with it. It's like both points are very right.
He's completely wrong. I haven't heard from him in over a day. Like, what is he doing about the Philly situation? Is he contacting the other stations? What is he doing? Seriously, what is he doing? But he doesn't have time because he's negotiating the deal for our replacement. That's insane to me. I'm sorry. It's insane to me.
I talked to him last night, and he has spoken with a few people in Philly.
Oh, well,
but
I get to find out live in the air. That's fun. Oh, but he's doing his job, right? That's a guy doing his job, right? I find out from Anthony live on the air that he has spoken to people down there.
He said you hung up on him.
Yeah, and I will continue hanging up.
Well, that's probably why you don't know.
So send me an email. Send me an email. Yeah, I did hang up on him, and I will continue. He's gotten 10% of my money for a long time. When the going gets tough, this is where he has to finally work. He hasn't worked in a long time, except for negotiating a deal every once in a while. And guess what? Guess what, Ant? The reason his job's so easy is because we have an effing great show.
Oh, I know that.
It's not like he's pulling a magic act here. We're a commodity. People want this radio show. It makes his job so effing easy. So all I ask is when the going gets tough, he shows something, and he shows nothing. And I'm so sick of being disrespected by people. He's showing that we're just one of many in his stable. That's not what I signed on for when we got him as an agent. So he's talked to people? That's good to know.
Well, he's talked to people that,
All right, just people.
We've had dealings with before.
All right. They hate us, though.
No. We're still beloved.
Is there a peak of interest?
Well, discuss that part off the air.
And by the way,
we're going urban.
And by the way, just to make a point and to show pretty much the world I'm insane, I am working for free in Philly, and Bob gets 10% of zero. And that's where it's going to hurt him.
That's the way it is with my deal. Thanks, Dan.
I will get great happiness in that. I'm working for free when we get back to Philadelphia radio. If they want to pay after we become number one or negotiate that, whatever, fine. But I want to work for free in Philadelphia radio. I don't need the money, and I want to see Bob take 10% of zero. And then I will finally be happy, and then we can maybe start working together again. But I'm working for free. And people think, well, Opie's working for free down in Philly because they have to pay him out. No, I'm working for free as we move forward. Stop trying to spin my crap, okay? My crap is very easy. Just listen with your stupid ears and stop spinning my crap on message boards. I want to work for free in Philly radio. That's what I want to do, to show that I still have the passion for this. Don't spin it. Well, the reason is, really, are you in my life? Am I calling you at home?
No.
My crap is my crap.
Remember, my crap is my crap.
Right. When I say something, that's it. Don't spin it. That's it. I don't even know if we get paid to the end of the contract. I really don't. I don't care. I want to work in Philly radio for free, and I want to sit back and watch Bob Eatman get an aneurysm because he realized he's making 10% of zero. And then everyone could whisper behind my back that I'm insane. Great. I don't care. That's what I do now because I'm infuriated with that situation. The other stations we lost, I told Tom yesterday and other people in corporate, I get it. I understand how this business works, but the Philly situation is so ridiculous. I want to be on the radio by Monday. I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait until Bob, negotiates the deal for our replacement and then gets back to us. I want it to happen now. And I want to do it for free. For free. 10% of zero. Enjoy that one, Bob. Someone brings up a good point on...
Impossible. They have the wrong show.
His name is Philly Fan. He writes, you guys work for a bunch of dummies. I'm just reading this one, Eric Logan. Sorry. If XM had any brains, they'd be campaigning big time down in Philly. I agree with Philly fan.
I fucking said that to him, and I called Elo and said, why don't we put a banner, a billboard up in Philadelphia, put one up in possibly Detroit or Pittsburgh. We did have nice listeners in Pittsburgh. Why not?
Yeah.
There's enough there to pay for that billboard.
Definitely in Philly, it should be, hey, Philly.
It's a no-brainer.
Opie and Anthony are still on the radio, and then a big XM logo.
It's a no fucking brainer.
No brainer. Every other radio station down there has, or radio show has banners as you're heading into the city. It would be a no-brainer. Philly fan, you're absolutely correct.
Well, if it's a no-brainer, we're just the guys to do it.
And then he writes, but no.
Did he put
They're
a bunch of O's?
idiots. Yeah. And then he goes, they're a bunch of idiots.
They won't do it.
And I would love to quote Elo and say, why would we? Why would we? Does he have any plans for Philly? We had a
go there and drink.
We had a pretty big audience in Philly, and that would be a no-brainer.
Drunk? Oh, well.
No, I don't think he's drinking as much these days.
No,
I don't think he's drinking that much these days.
Why?
He lost 20 pounds. He's doing Pilates.
Is Elo doing Pilates?
Yeah.
Oh, what a fag.
He's doing girl exercises.
Yeah.
Like you can almost get away with.
Is he in a spinning class?
You could almost get away with saying that you do yoga. A guy,
yeah.
Almost. I'm saying almost. Yeah. It's still like yoga, but Pilates.
Yeah,
that's like a girl's exercise. That's like doing jumping jacks.
At the end of my session at the gym, the cool down period
is Pilates.
It's like a yoga thing.
Yeah,
and it works very well with stretching and getting your heart rate back down.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice, relaxing. Then you leave feeling all like, so that I can understand, but Pilates,
yeah.
The girls talk about doing Pilates.
Jimmy's chick does Pilates, right, Jimmy?
She does, yes. And so she has a nice figure. She hasn't done that in a while, though. She's been very lazy.
Girl doesn't have to do anything.
It's really weird how she keeps her figure. I told her, look, I try to be
girlish
gentle.
Figure.
But I'm like, look, could you keep doing Pilates or I'm going to stop fucking you.
So you were gentle about it, okay.
Oh, yeah. She was all right. And she goes, by the way, if that fucking noodle you call a cock disappoints me one more time, I'm bringing home a darker one. And we laughed and hugged.
And smooched.
Yeah, we smooched.
A little smooch.
You're good at smooching.
Yeah.
All right.
You guys will sneak a smooch.
Yeah, a little smoocheroonie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do that. Let's say hi to Jennifer in Jersey. Jennifer.
Hey.
Hey.
How you guys doing?
Okay, great.
Anthony hates your name if you haven't figured that out yet.
Change your name, please.
I'm really upset because you guys aren't on YSP this morning.
You're just noticing?
Yeah, I was out of work for like 3 days, so I'm probably missing something.
Yeah. So are we. A job in Philly.
Yeah. We're a bit sad. I think if like the Pest could rally something, we would go down there and at least say, "Hey, thanks for the memories." We should go down there and at least throw a thanks a lot party. But yeah, we're currently searching for a new home in Philly there, Jennifer.
Okay. Well, they can get rid of Preston and Steve and put you on 93.
Oh yeah, well, of course they're going to do that.
Yeah. Sure.
That's what I would do if I was running a radio station. Go to Cindy in PA. Cindy.
Hi.
What's up, Cindy?
Listen, I used to listen to you on 94.1 WYSP, and the last week or so, you're not on that station anymore.
Yeah.
And I just wondered what happened.
Oh boy, we went over it a lot, but they are stupid enough to think they need to go in another direction. So we're actively looking for a new home in Philadelphia.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I've been listening to you since I lived in Brooklyn. Okay, I'll keep watching out for you.
All right, thank you.
Love you guys.
You can still listen to us, by the way.
Yeah,
I know, really.
All right, well, I guess
Listen to that station, you're not there. Okay, thanks a lot.
All right, FYSP, F them. By the way, are we on in Chicago today? Because our days are numbered in Chicago. I at least want to be able to say goodbye to the audience we did have in Chicago.
Once we get the boot, we can always call Steve Dahl, ask if he'll send a message.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, it was reported that Steve Dahl's going to another station to do mornings, and the station we're being heard on, CKG, is going to some kind of Spanish programming.
Oh, really?
So unless we...
Ay, caramba.
I did 6 years of Spanish.
Oh, really?
Maybe if I brush up, maybe we could save this gig. El Chaco Jocos.
That's... They just took it from Lucille Ball.
Right.
That's Lucy Spanish.
He's going to another station, huh?
Yeah. Dahl is moving to another station, and I guess this station's going Spanish. So I just want to say goodbye to everyone in Chicago before it happens, because they never tell you when it does happen.
No, they don't. God forbid you can say goodbye to the audience.
Yeah, all of a sudden you're just gone, and they make believe you never existed.
Yeah, but the people right now, that's 6 people they're not being considerate of.
We got Moose Nose from Whackbag.
Moose Nose?
On the line. Want to give Whackbag some props. They're actually talking about the radio show. A little more lately. Thank you so much. Hey, Moose Nose, what's up? Yeah.
Hi, Moose Nose.
Moose Nose.
Hey.
What's up, buddy?
How you doing?
Not much. I'm sick, that's all. You guys are still on in Chicago so far, and as soon as I get to the job, the radios all go out on CKG.
Well,
cool.
I do believe that today might be the announcement.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So if it is, Caja de tu madre. Thank you for effing on my dick.
You got to talk about one of the worst baseball disasters ever.
Yeah, do we? What's that?
The disco demolition in '79.
Oh, we've talked about that before. Thank you, sir.
It's always fun.
Thank you.
It's always fun, except this time.
Okay.
You know your cold medicine just ruined everything, right?
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to do.
I was just going to say Caja de tu madre to everybody in Chi-Town.
Ah.
Did he say it first? Did this guy say something in Spanish?
No, he just babbled
babbling and babbling.
He just babbled over you.
Babbling.
I like the guys who work the station. They're very nice. Drew. They're all very supportive. And
Drew Hayes.
Really
rocks.
good dude, man. And Steve Dahl. Thanks to everybody.
Steve Dahl rocks. They both believed in the show and helped us try to make something of ourselves in Chicago.
Yeah. And Steve Dahl's producer, who I'd like to sleep with more than I'd like to breathe.
What's his name?
Bill. Wow,
that old
fantastic.
gag.
She's lovely. Oh, I let her kick me around a room for an hour. She's wonderful.
I love how we just blurt the same stupid jokes out.
A bunch of moles in a room. What's the matter?
What's his name? Oh, it's a guy. I get it.
And Bill. Can I have thought of a more creative name? Bill.
Hello, Bill.
Continued success for Steve Dahl as he moves to another station, but I don't get it, man. I know the show is way better than like a show like Eric and Kathy's, but I don't know, man. For some reason, they like what they like out there.
Whatever.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Whatever.
Let's say hi to
here on a daily basis and have fun.
And then Tracy was waiting for me outside. She's like, if that's true about Chicago changing formats and going Spanish, I hope you're not going to spend the whole show tomorrow raging about that. I'm like, do you understand the difference between the Philly situation and the Chicago situation? Are you
the Philly situation and the Chicago situation?
We need to really have a sit down with the
how did it come to this?
I won't have it sold to children. That's an insomnia.
And how about what Tracy worries about is them dumping out of the word Oriental.
Go yell and scream about them dumping out of Oriental, and don't worry about how we handle us getting dropped from Chicago.
And how about you worry about the fact that you want us to do a guy's talk show, and meanwhile you fucking hand us dresses and cut our balls off and say, here you go, sissies.
I don't mind the dresses, but
me neither. All the balls being cut off, but combine them and it's shit. Bunch of cuckolds, while dark men fuck our wives. We're just sitting there applauding.
Cuckolds.
Stupid cuckolds.
I hate that word.
Cuckold. I love it. I love when Jimmy says it. Cuckold.
That's just fucking mind-boggling.
Some poor bastard sitting there shaking as his wife is just being pounded better than she ever could be by that poor slob.
When unfunny people get mixed up and try to tell funny people how to be funny, it always fucking
Wait a minute. Unfunny people
get mixed up with funny people.
people
and try to tell funny people how to be funny. It always stinks.
Okay.
No one funny is ever in charge.
Which guy's the funny one?
Tom.
Trying to figure out.
You understand? There's never funny people in funny things, ever. Because they wouldn't be doing that if they were funny.
No.